Okay. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Welcome to episode 75 of the Point Podcast, baby. Woo! We're here. We're 3/4 of the way to 100, which is pretty freaking crazy.
Very epic.
Actually,
Hooray.
wrong one. God, yeah. Milestone check real quick. 2,300 followers on TikTok.
100,000 likes.
100,000 likes. No, do that again.
While you do that, I'm going to click our stopwatch.
No, you're not. I'm doing it. You
Literally
can't touch any of it.
Literally the first thing we said when we changed something in the studio, we're like, Brock can't touch it. First thing he does the new episode, tries to touch it.
Let me touch it. Let me touch it. I am Gollum. No, I was just going to quickly put something up here. But welcome back, everyone. We've got some crazy stuff to talk about. A lot of gaming stuff happened this week. Might not talk about it.
No,
But a lot of gaming stuff happened.
we might do music again.
Might do music. Music 2. Music 2 is coming up, by the way.
Music 2?
All right, you two vamp real quick.
I might just talk about movies. Might flog music off altogether.
I don't know if there's any movies. I mean, I talked about Bone Temple last week. I don't know if there's any movies coming out that I'm really keen for.
No,
I thought you were about to say just coming out. I was like, oh,
There's definitely movies coming out.
none like in the next 6 months that I can think of at the top of my head.
There is one movie that I'm very tempted to go see this Friday, and it is Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
I did see a few interviews on this over the weekend.
Apparently, it is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
They are playing it at 4 theaters in the country. One of them's local.
that's kind of hectic.
If you're keen, you can come.
When is it, Friday?
Friday. There's
Yeah.
also one on Saturday, but we can't go to that.
No, okay. Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently this movie's hectic. So I've talked about Nirvana, the show, the band before. Nirvana, the band, the show, or Nirvana, the band. They're like a duo comedy troupe. Made videos in the 2000s, 2010s. They did that Wii Shop video that I've shown you before. One of the main guys, he's become a director. He did the Blackberry movie. Which was a really good movie. I really enjoyed that. If you've seen that,
No, I've seen a lot of clips from it. I haven't watched it.
I really liked it, and he's in it as well. They released a movie for Nirvana the show, or Nirvana the band, the show, the movie. They had a couple seasons of this show. I think I never really watched it, but apparently this movie is so fucking funny, and I haven't heard a bad thing about it. I just keep hearing people talk about how good it is. And I saw a tweet today just saying, oh, come on, please see it if you haven't seen it. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll have a look. And yeah, there's something more local showing. But the premise of it, I had a quick look. Apparently with this Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, is that somehow they get sucked back into 2007. And I think it's just them going around 2007 or trying to play oh, we know stuff is going to happen and blah, blah, blah. But I saw some shots and they're in Times Square. And it is just 2007 with a modern camera. I don't know what they did or how they did it. It looked really good. I only saw a couple seconds. I'm like, this looks like Times Square, fucking 2007. There's a GTA 4 big poster up on the wall, and it's got CeeLo Green playing and all this stuff. I was like, that's hectic.
I mean, I would assume it's either very talented Photoshop or someone's gone through.
Oh, it's not
with
Photoshop if it's a video.
Well, I mean, you can Photoshop a video.
Well,
I mean,
no,
yes, it's a photo.
But
it's,
I mean, there is a timeline in Photoshop. You're not doing any editing like that. You're not
No,
doing any
definitely
compositing like that on Photoshop, though.
It'd be Nuke or DaVinci if it's anything, but it'd
Yeah.
more likely be Nuke. Possible, just not in Photoshop.
But I mean, that's the only movie I know of that's apparently coming out. Could be hectic.
There's the Avengers, I think, is supposed to come out, but
I keep forgetting about that.
I think that's June or July, maybe. But other than that, there's nothing that I can think of.
Yeah, I still need to see Marty Supreme.
That's the other one that's on the list.
I need it. Yeah, I'll go watch that. But Bone Temple's really good for people who haven't seen. Highly recommend 28 years later, Bone Temple, if you've seen them. All right. Well, let's talk about some gaming stuff. First of all, let's talk about freaking State of Play, baby. I should have done that for a different thing coming up. PlayStation just had State of Play. In the past, people have clowned on State of Play because they have said how bad the announcements usually are. And I saw some TikToks and Instagram Reels and things, and people on Twitter talk about, oh, this State of Play is going to be so bad. There's a leaked list where it was Last of Us Remaster, Last of Us Remaster, Remake, Remaster, Last of Us 1, the remake of the remaster, all this shit.
Sounds like a Kingdom Hearts title.
Yeah.
How dare
But
you?
not Last of Us, State of Play happened, and I think it's by far the best one they've ever done, or at least that I can think of in recent memory.
Recent memory, definitely. Every announcement that I saw, I was like, oh, they're cooking, and then it just kept happening.
Yeah, they kept cooking. PlayStation really was like, okay, 6 years into having this console, let's make some games for it, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like half of the announcements weren't really even like new game. It was like, we're bringing this old thing back.
Yeah. New games for an old series.
Yeah, but or even just old games being ported.
Yeah, a lot of side scrollers.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of side scrollers. But State of Play was hectic. I mean, there was a ton of stuff announced. The big thing was God of War remake of the first 3 games, with TC Carson coming back to reprise his role as Kratos, which I'm very interested to see what they do with this. I don't know if they're going to remake them in the style of the original games, more of like a side scroller, not even side scroller, but like a hack and slash.
A 2.5D sort of.
Well, you know what I mean.
style.
It was just like how the original God of War games were.
Yes.
If they're going to do it in that style, or if they're going to do it in the style of 2018 and Ragnarok.
That would be very interesting. It's going to take a long time if they're going to do it in the 2018 style, which I feel like they're probably going to not go that far and still make it like semi-linear, but I don't know.
If they were going to remake these new God of War games in the style of 2018 and Ragnarok, I don't know if they could. They probably could do each individual game, but I don't know if they would. I feel like that would be such a long time to do, unless they had a massive development window. And it's like, hey, we're going to release one every year.
Yeah.
Like they were making them for like 5-6 years, and then just slowly put them out over time, quickly, I guess, over like every year period. Because if you do one comes out in 3 years, and then you're going to have another 3-year break and then another 3-year break, that's like a 9-12 year sort of cycle to get all these games out. That's a long time.
Especially if they don't push out another like Ragnarok series God of War in between that.
Yeah, and if they're just rehashing, people are going to get really sick of it.
But I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with the new God of War.
I'm keen. I was saying this before, I wouldn't be surprised with these new God of War remakes if they combined them into like 2 games, or even maybe a single game if they did it in the style of the newer games.
If they're going to release them individually, I think they'll do all 3 separate, just because cash grab. But if they're going to actually change up the gameplay style, I think it makes sense to split them a little bit more evenly and only do 2.
I feel like they would change up the style a bit, just because of how, I don't know. I just feel like it's more marketable, the newer style to newer people.
They're games that are fine to go back and play if you'd played them when you were a kid. But for someone who's never played it, going back into like hack and slash style like that, it doesn't always sit well. It doesn't always play well.
It's hard to market to a lot of a younger audience, not even necessarily a younger audience, but a newer audience to jump on like a hack and slash game like that. Those God of War games are amazing, and they're super popular for a reason, because so many people liked them and they were just really good games. But I can also see that maybe it's not as marketable these days to have that style of game, and they might go towards what they did with the most recent games.
They've got to find a nice balance between them, because then you've got to appease the new God of War fans for the 2018 and forward, and also keep the old fans happy.
They obviously want to keep the old fans happy, but I think they're going to use it as to try and get people who played the newer games to play them.
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities to play those original 3. Like, God of War 1, 2, and 3 available on PS5, like in a remaster? I know there was a remaster
not on
collection.
PS5, no.
Are they on 4?
I don't think they were even on 4. I think it was it PS3?
I know they were on
PS3.
HD remaster.
I know they got the 3-pack thing.
They had it on PSP as well, I think. Like they did like
PS Vita probably.
Vita, yeah.
Oh, maybe not even, because I don't think the Vita had PS3 quality.
No, but they remastered. They did like
maybe
the
1 and 2.
They did they did a few of the trilogy games for like Ratchet and Clank and Sly and Jak and Daxter and stuff on the Vita. Sure, I've got some here.
Nothing super intensive.
No,
it was like all small stuff, all secondary things.
But no, I think the last time they were all together was on the PS3.
Okay, yeah.
But if they don't keep the Aphrodite scene in 3 with the quick time event, I think they're going to make a lot of fans very upset.
Oh, I don't know if something like that could be around these days.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Wait and see.
Like
I don't know, it was
hot
good
coffee
fun.
too.
Yeah.
Do you want to say something?
You guys were happy talking. Why have I got to say something?
Because you're also here.
I am, but I haven't played that particular game. So you two have.
I haven't played any of the God of War games besides the newer ones.
Really?
No.
Oh, the way you talk about them, I thought you had.
I had a PS2. I didn't have a. Well, I've got a PS3, but I didn't grow up with one.
Yeah, okay.
God of War 3 Remastered is available on the PlayStation Store. It's a PS4 game.
Oh, so you'll be able to get it on 5 though.
Yeah, I don't know if they did the second and first one. I'm assuming they probably
The
would.
first and second, I think, might be on classics.
That's a very good point.
So yeah, I feel like you can play if you've got those options to play those original games if you want still. Where I feel like if they're going to remake it, I really feel like they're going to just make it in the newer style.
Yeah. I would like that because I really enjoyed the
Yeah,
new
I think
style.
I would as well. It's going to be an interesting take for that type of game.
Then the story through that's great, and then all the boss battles and everything's just fantastic.
Yes, very much so.
They made them a lot more cinematic in the new God of War remake. I think that.
You guys keep talking. I need to adjust my camera.
Yeah. Speaking of other games, did you see Brock the releasement for the new gameplay for Star Wars? I think it's Galactic Races.
I haven't seen video. I've seen stills of it. What I saw so far is like, okay, looks cool. You have seen video.
I
though.
have seen video. I
And
believe
you have thoughts.
I do have thoughts. I really enjoy that type of racing game because it looks very early Burnout era. And I feel like there's some of the original devs worked on it as well. I'm not sure there's another studio they did as well that worked with the Burnout devs, but I'm very excited to see more.
It's Burnout devs. I liked Burnout, so
Yeah.
it should be good. Look.
Good input in the
If
conversation there, bro.
Sorry, I apologize, viewers.
Fucking
I am
hell,
very,
can I
very tired. So-
go away from the camera for a second without him having a conniption? Bro.
was talking there, but cool. Thanks, Tom.
First for everything.
Yes, I am very, very tired, so I apologize to the viewers for...
Why? You didn't do anything today.
No, I didn't. There might be a reason for that.
Me. My foot hurt.
His foot does
Anyway,
hurt.
Keep going. Yep.
Yeah, how many of the Burnout games have you two played?
I only played very few at people's houses. I never owned a Burnout game.
I think I had Burnout 3 and the rest were all just,
The best one?
yeah. But I'd always just pick them up from Video Easy.
Yeah, I think I did maybe once.
Yeah, because they were just fun. If I was having friends over, they were always a good game to get because you could compete and stuff with them.
Yeah, they're a great little party game.
We used to play Burnout 3 quite a bit when we were had people around. Because it was a very good, some of the modes on that were very good, sort of just you'd play around, pass on to the
Yeah,
next
exactly.
person,
It
try
was
and beat
max
the high
damage
score.
mode or something like that.
Yeah,
where
you try and beat people's high score. Burnout Paradise, I did sink a lot of time into.
I know a lot of people loved Paradise because that was the first one on the 360 PS3 generation.
Yeah.
Take me down to a paradise.
Yes. It was really good. They did get rid of a lot of the fun modes and that. It was more, I mean, it wasn't open world, but it kind of was-ish in a Need for Speed Underground 2 kind of way.
Yeah, like a large scale map sort of environment.
Yes. Yeah, just a big city that you could drive around and start races from pretty much any intersection.
Yeah, I didn't mind that when they did the completely off topic, but the Need for Speed, I think it was 2016.
I was just about to bring this game up.
Yeah, everything that they showed was this game's going to be what we wanted out of Need for Speed, and then it was you get into it, it's oh, you need an internet connection to play, and if you didn't have one, it locked you out completely.
I'm going to be completely honest. I loved that Need for Speed 2016 game. There was some really weird janky things about it, like the live action cutscenes and some of the stuff. It had really good handling with those cars, and I played a fuckload of it. But then they had one random update. I don't know what happened, and I just couldn't play the game anymore. My cars would always spin out. They might not even updated the controls of it. But
They probably
I
tweak
remember-
something with like the settings and handling and stuff with when you build the car,
Yep.
and it's just completely.
and it just cooked the whole thing, and I just couldn't go back and play it like I did. I was like, I really enjoyed that game.
yeah.
I lost a lot of interest in Need for Speed over the years because like I played quite a few of them, but the last one I played was Need for Speed Carbon. But I'd played pretty much all of them up to that point.
Yep.
Like, either I'd owned them directly or played them at a mate's place. Liked them fine, but just it wasn't the sort of game that I was going out and buying every time I saw it on the shelf. It was like,
No.
oh, they released a new Need for Speed. That's cool. I
think
don't want it.
The 2016 was the big turning point because everyone was
Yep.
like, this could be really cool, and then it just wasn't. I enjoyed the time I spent with 2016, but it being 2016 in Australia, the internet connection wasn't always the best.
No.
So if you had a little hitch and they disconnected you from the race, it was a bit of a headache every now and again. But some of the new live service stuff in the new, I think it was Unbound, was pretty good. Being able to just drive around and see how the race is going on and all that with other cars and going to car meets was a good change.
Yeah.
I just liked. It was just a fun open world to just drive around and put like a video on and listening or play while you're listening to something. It was just a really fun, just turn your mind off game.
What was the first racing game you played that did that though? That had the hey, drive around and just explore the city.
I guess the closest is Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah.
The absolute goat.
Fair. I more meant like not so much a traditional racing game, but one that was like more, hey, we're not using an established license.
I didn't play many racing games growing up. I had a Gran Turismo, and I think that's what put me off it because it was not the type of racing game I liked.
Yeah.
I'd played some Burnouts and stuff like that. I mean, I think I played what's the bloody Rockstar racing game again?
Driver. No, not Driver.
No.
The Midnight Club.
Midnight Club.
Okay,
Yeah, I played
was
Midnight Club a couple places, and like I said, Burnout and some of the Need for Speeds, and they were fun, but I never bought one.
Yeah.
2016 was probably the first one I really got into that was open world.
Because Midnight Club 3 would have been the first one I played that was that, hey, here's a city, go drive around and find
whatever.
stuff to do in it. And like the city is your main menu
I just
essentially
get bored
as well.
of like a lot of those games a lot, unless it is really, really fun to control the
because it
cars.
needs stuff for you to do in between all the races. If you're, hey, I got to drive to the other side of the city. If it's a chore, you lose interest. If it's, there's fun stuff to do on the way and just driving just by itself is cool. Like, it needs to keep your attention there moment to moment.
Is Mario Kart World fun driving between the matches and things like that? Okay, that's what I was going to ask because
it is like when the game still feels new, it's fine.
Yeah, because it's something new and it's just the
once
first time
you
playing
have
type of deal.
There's so much empty space in that game, and when you're racing, it's great. Like it's Mario Kart. We all love Mario Kart when you're racing. To just drive around and like you can go, hey, I can drive off road, I can go out into the water, I can do all this, blah blah blah. There's nothing out there. There's like, we've scattered a bunch of stuff around and you can go find it and blah, blah. It's like, okay, why? Does it unlock more characters? Nope. Does it unlock more cars? Nope. What's it do? You unlock stickers. What do stickers do? Fuck all. It's like, okay, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why they bothered putting it into like an open world into Mario Kart. That's not what people are there for. They want the racing. They want the competitive.
If that...
Just the party game aspect of it all the time.
Because you watched me very quickly play it here.
Oh, yeah, ages ago.
Yeah, when I first got it. That map is like, for a racing game, it's a decent sized map. It's not, it is for Mario, it's expansive, but it feels really empty. If they had halved that map size and just condensed everything up together, I think it would do a lot better. Yes, you wouldn't have all these massive open environments to hide stuff around in, but Mario Kart doesn't need that. Mario Kart needs like tight twisting courses and big expansive courses and all this others. Like it needs tracks. It doesn't need like, hey, we've laid out an entire ecosystem and have all this stuff here and there and roads going in between everything. Like Mario Kart doesn't need that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hear many people talk about Mario Kart World after it came out. It was just a launch title, and that's
everyone like no one has a bad word. Like, no one's going, hey, it's an
no one's
awful
saying
game.
it's a bad game. Like the
But
normal races
everyone's-
are good and everything.
Yeah,
but
everyone's like, oh no, it was good.
just the gimmick
End
of
of
it
sentence.
was.
I feel like
Yeah.
there's a
Much
lot
it.
of that with Switch titles. I heard a little bit of Donkey Kong for the first week, and then that was
Well, I've heard really good things about Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Everyone loved it.
Yeah, people really liked it, but I still haven't heard much.
no. I feel like the shelf life for Switch games are really intensive for a very short period of time.
Yeah, the only Switch games, or even
like-
Nintendo games in general, I don't feel like a lot of them have massive replay unless you're going into like, I guess you like your Fire Emblems, like your big RPGs.
Yeah.
Till like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom
Yeah,
came
Zelda's always up there, but it's not a thing where people are. A lot of games, they'll come out, like Arc Raiders came out, everyone's talking about it because the social aspect is a massive part of it. But everyone's like constantly playing it because they're talking about it. A lot of Nintendo's games are single player. You're not really going out and being like, oh, we'll sit down, we'll play tonight, and we'll do all this. You'll talk to friends about, hey, did you find this such and such yet? Did you do this part of the game yet? No? Oh, you're going to love it when you do it. And then that's kind of it. There's no sort of...
Does the Switch have Discord integration?
No.
No, they
did their own thing because...
Yeah, they had the weird... remember when they had like the little video camera, like the
game
Piranha
channel,
Play?
yeah.
Yeah, because they're very Apple sort of like, hey, we want to do what everyone else is doing, but we want to do it our way.
Something I found out the other day is that with the Switch 1, you could watch YouTube on it, can get apps. You can't do that on the Switch 2. They took it away.
The app, yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting its own particular YouTube app they've announced.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
But-
good at least. At the moment, you can't. That's sort of like when, I could be wrong, this could be different now, but I used to use the browser on the PS4 all the time. I used to watch stuff on there. Used to definitely watch pirated anime through the browser on the PS4. But shut up, slow charger. Like on the PS5, they took it out. To
Yeah.
my knowledge, like I haven't seen anything about a browser in there anymore.
No, you can kind of use it, but like I used to use it when I was playing single player games doing trophy hunting. You could message yourself on PlayStation a link to a YouTube video. You could click that YouTube video and you could split screen it. So you could have it in a little hovering window. But I could never figure out how to I'm sure there's an app for a browser on there, but I would just send myself a link, open it, and then once the link's open, you've got YouTube there and you can just do everything straight through that. And I just have
workaround way, yeah.
And I just have had hovering in the corner while I'd just be looking for trophies and stuff.
Discord's overlay thing has been so handy recently. Like running
What one you're talking about?
having the fact that like I don't have to alt tab out to toggle stuff through Discord. I can
I haven't even
have
touched
their
that, yeah.
overlay come up. So playing Ark with a friend the other day, he's only sunk maybe 2 hours into the game total.
Yep.
So we got to get him off Ark then.
Nope.
Save him.
Nope, he's mine. Never.
Stealing children.
Anyway, so we're playing, like I'm showing him how to do various things and like where to find certain resources, all that, blah, blah, blah. To make it a lot easier for like when he's saying, oh, okay, what's this thing over here? And rather than me just going, I don't know what the fuck you're looking at. He was streaming his screen.
Oh, yeah, his footage,
and I
yep.
could have it over the top of and just in the corner of my thing because the overlay lets you do that now. Being able to just like, oh, what's this thing here? And just like quickly look to the side and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's blah, blah, blah. Not having to alt tab out, go back into the stream, wait for it to reload or so much easier.
It is cool when there's like little bits like that.
But it was
in tech that makes it all
like
programs.
other
make it
stuff
easier.
has done it, but it's never really felt this fluid is the thing.
I feel like Discord needs to be fluid because it's the only. I mean, there used to be like that old school one for PC where we could chat to your friends and stuff.
Well,
it's kind of
like TeamSpeak,
yeah.
Mumble. Well, let's go back to Skype, baby. I reckon let's bring Skype back.
Yeah, no, that was good. I love that.
Well, speaking of Discord, so recently Discord has just announced that they're going to do age verification.
Interesting.
And people are blowing up about this online.
Yeah,
because they can't talk to children in the DMs anymore.
I'm sure a few people are doing that. Yeah.
Dr. Disrespect.
Basically, I haven't looked a ton into it, honestly. I saw a couple of videos talking about
Yeah.
the Discord age. I mean, have you heard about it?
Same as you. I've seen some other people talking about it.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen anything official.
So,
But yeah, just a whole bunch of people saying, oh, they've shot themselves in the foot and blah, blah.
well,
It's
so the reasoning why they want to do age verification, I get. The thing that people don't like, and I'm also with, is that they want to use people's IDs and face check, and it's basically they're collecting data to do this age verification, which they will most likely sell on and make a profit off of it, and then your information is going to be out there further, which is just scummy.
Well, yeah, so I saw a couple of videos talking about that. It's one of two, there's a few possible outcomes, but the two big ones that people are afraid of is, yes, they'll sell it on.
Yep.
Or there'll be a massive data breach because all these companies seem
and then there'll be IDs and
yes, they're all out there in the wild in the
Yep.
hands of some scammer company,
which has happened
whatever.
plenty of times.
Yes, exactly. All these big companies seem like it's only a matter of time. It's never like, oh, we completely trust this one because they use this secure, blah, blah, blah. It's like, nope, every other week someone announces a data breach.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they're doing it because Discord has been getting so much flack in the last few years, especially for it being a hub for groomers and things like that. Like when there was all this stuff going on about Roblox and people grooming on there, the big way that I saw a lot of, not streamers, but these like sort of like predator catcher groups would do is they'd be able to tell if someone's really malicious because they would, as soon as possible, try and get them on Discord. Like, oh, what's your Discord? What's your Discord? What's your Discord? And it's just become a bit of a hub and you can't really police it that well. So I guess they're trying to put in these age verification things to try and
it shouldn't need
just stop
that.
children.
It should literally just be like have the age thing there as a secondary thing of, hey, we have concerns about this one account. We need extra verification.
I think that's a bit hard to implement.
It is.
Especially when it takes all of 12 seconds to make a new account.
Yeah.
To make a new account. But that's what I was going to say was their primary thing should literally just be, hey, the email address you've used to sign up, how old's the email address? Oh, it's 20 years old? Clearly you're not 13 years old then. Like I get that there are ways to easily sidestep that.
How do you detect that? Can you go on and see how old an email address is?
On some platforms, you can.
But you're not going to have to be able
platform.
to talk between Discord's not going to contact Gmail and be like, this account's been around since 2011.
You would be relying on a lot of cooperation between a lot of different companies and sharing of APIs, which none of them are going to do. Everything I've said is, a pipe dream. But
unfortunately, without scanning an ID, which if they're making it, say, 16, for instance, a lot of 16-year-olds don't have ID.
I think it is 16 or something.
Yeah. But there's no other way to verify age other than, unless people don't start using AI to do, which I think they already have, to make IDs and stuff like that. I just don't see another way of getting around it.
With the Discord age verification, I understand why they've done it. The way they've done it just seems so scummy.
Yep.
Like if that data, like we've said a bunch, if there's a data breach, if they sell that information on, they've lost so much good grace. It sort of seems like they're spinning something that they needed to do to try and protect people, especially young children, from grooming and stuff like that, and they've turned into, how can we make money
off it?
Yeah, there's a chance that they don't sell that information, but so many companies have been caught out doing that.
Yep.
And even if they don't, if they've just got that there and then it's just, hey, people now know, hey, let's just attack Discord, let's try and do a DDoS on them or whatever to try and steal that information. Well, they've got it now.
Do you reckon if they'll make existing accounts that have been active for X amount of years do the age verification?
I don't know. My Discord account's probably 11 years old. Like they might not if it's over X amount of age, but they might also just still do it.
Yeah. Like I've seen plenty of other like Steam. The amount of people I've seen argue online about, hey Steam, how come you're asking me to verify my age to watch this 18 plus restricted trailer when my account is 19 years old? Like, why even bother at that point?
Yeah, I do get a little bit.
It's a blanket thing. I get it. Like it just gets applied to all accounts. I get,
especially when you've inserted your birth date in there to be like, I am this many years old on this day, and they're like, you want to watch this Call of Duty trailer? Put your date of birth in. It's
it does get annoying that I have been using Steam since 2011 or something, and every single time I go onto an R or an MA game or whatever, I've got to put in what year.
Do you know the most annoying thing about it though?
What?
Is that, hey, Steam can't remember 8 digits for my birthday, can remember my credit card number without fail, never had to put that in a second time.
I use PayPal.
Yeah, so do I, but I'm making a point here.
Yeah, but no, it's a little bit annoying. Even though my account has my actual birthday on it, it's weird that every single time I say that I'm old enough. I happen to be born on the 1st of January and just go down to whatever years older.
Yeah, what, 2004 now or something? Or it would have been around that. You can change it now real low. Because before it was always like 97, 98, 99. That range of age now, you don't have to scroll back as far.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just still go...
1950.
Yeah. Oh, my God. We got our oldest gamer born in 1842. So just scroll all the way down. All right. Well, that was the Discord drama.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to show you too, Ben saw it for a sec there. I saw a video the other day, I think it was on TikTok, of Jack and Daxter Half-Life mod.
Oh.
So what this is, I'll show you, I got a video here. This is a mod for Jack and Daxter.
Wait, it's a mod for Jack and
For Jack and Daxter. This is not a Half-Life mod. This is a Jack and Daxter mod.
Oh.
Where it changes Jack to be Gordon Freeman. And you can go around the map bunny hopping, grenade jumping, and you can beat the entire game. So the thing that gets me is that this is actually, it's not a Half-Life mod with all these assets on top. It's the other way around. It's Jack and Daxter with Half-Life on it. At least from what I've seen from the videos of people talking about it, you can complete the whole game.
Like if you had told me that, hey, someone's done this in the Source engine, I'd be like, okay, that's pretty cool. But the fact it's like reversed, it's
because I think this is used on like the anniversary edition or whatever of Jack and Daxter that came out, like the 3-pack or whatever.
This is very cool.
Apparently, there is parts of this game. I mean, this person's obviously doing like speedrunning strats for Half-Life essentially, but there is parts of this game that are a lot easier now. There's parts that are way harder because
you don't have the same moveset.
or basic jumps. You got a grenade jump for now. But it makes me want to play Jack and Daxter Half-Life mod. It makes me want to. I've never played Jack and Daxter, but it's looking kind of cool now.
I mean, this definitely makes that first game look a lot more interesting
Than what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the first game's okay. It was cool for its time, but when you get to like Jack 2 and 3, they're completely different games.
Just the not the disconnect. I can't remember what the actual word for it is, but the cutesy style graphics coupled with the, hey, we have a much more realistic, or not realistic, but like futuristic looking weapon in our hands running around there. Like just the
contrast.
Yeah, there is an actual, like, it's more a film term for it, but I can't remember what it is. I do like games that do that though, where the
whatever. Next thing.
Juxtaposition.
I was gonna.
Thank you, juxtaposition. Yes.
I was sitting on that for ages, just
Well,
waiting to see if you
I
could get
was
there.
going to say, you just brought it up before, but like, I can't think of many series that are like Jack and Daxter where the first game is so different to the other two.
There's a big tonal shift.
Very big tonal shift. Like, did you ever play them?
No, I've gone back and played them now in my later years, but
So you have played them. What the fuck are you talking
barely. I've played like the first 15 minutes of the first one because it's what I usually use to test PS2 emulators.
about? Okay. But I mean, the fact that it's such a cutesy, like, collectathon first game, Jack and Daxter.
It's a game I always wanted to play because I saw mates playing. I'm like, oh, that looks really fun.
Yeah, and then Jack and Daxter 2 and 3 are like more, they're trying to be like a more edgy Ratchet and Clank, I feel like.
Yeah, 2's very, very odd. Like you're in a city and there's like flying cars and boats and like it's a very sort of water worldy vibe. And then you get to the third one and it's like, oh, this is Mad Max. Like it's just like barren wasteland. It's very, very cool.
And
There's
Jack
like,
X was just racing.
just
and
racing,
stuff.
which there was some of that racing stuff in 3, and then they're like, we have enough here to make a game, and then they made Jack X, and it was very fun multiplayer.
And then what was it? Not Precursor. That was the first one. What was the Lost Frontier or something? But there was a fourth one that like kind of.
There's a Daxter game.
For the PSP. I remember that. But no, there was another Jack and Daxter game as well. It was like it was something Frontier. I can't remember what it was.
I don't think it's a Naughty Dog
the
one.
Lost Frontier.
Lost Frontier, yeah.
That's the second game.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's one where like Jack's a sky pilot, and it's like it's definitely the fourth in the.
I don't think there's
series.
a fourth one. I thought it was just 1, 2, 3, and then Jack X,
Let me have a look here.
and then the Daxter spin-off game, which is very much Secret Agent Clank.
Lost Frontier is the 6th and final installment.
6th.
if they're counting Jack X and Daxter.
I guess, yeah.
I think that's what they're doing here.
What was it on? Was it on PSP or something?
PS2.
PSP, PS2, PS4, PS5.
Show me a photo of this thing. I've never seen it. Oh, I have seen that.
Yeah.
I was
What's
about
the
to say
second game called?
it's
I forgot that
It's
was
just
a
called
thing.
Jack 2,
I thought it was
isn't it?
only Jack 1, 2, and 3. I mean, I'm not a fan of those games. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, but I just never really played them.
yeah, didn't form an
Sixth
attachment.
installment.
I
That's
was
crazy.
given Jack 3 for Christmas one year from my dad, and I still feel so bad about this. I remember saying, "It's like I don't want this. I
Oh,
don't want this," and I feel so bad about it now. We went back to Dick Smith,
oh,
and he got me Jack and Daxter, and he actually got me Ratchet and Clank 3, even though I already had it. And we swapped that over, and I got the Bionicle game. That was like a Bionicle game that came out in like 2006. It was like
the movie tie-in one.
No, it wasn't that one. It was like the few generations later one. I played the fuck out of that game. I mean, it wasn't a very good game, but
it was what you wanted at the time.
Yeah, exactly. But I felt really bad about that as a kid, and now I very much still do as well. Just trying. He doesn't know what I was going to play.
Yeah, back to your original point. I think you're right. I can't, at least off the top of my head, I can't think of any other series where they've had such a tonal shift from, hey, cutesy, cuddly, blah, blah, to dark
Well, it doesn't even
and edgy.
necessarily
or even
be that.
like reverse of that, where
Jack and Daxter just happens to be the only one I can think of, and it did that one.
I'm sure there are ones out there somewhere.
What is there? Surely, I mean, like, not the same sense, but going back to God of War, those games are very similar tonal, but I mean, they are different. It is a big
They
shift.
definitely they put more of an emphasis on
Storytelling
story and like character relationships,
character development.
Yes.
And then, yeah, I mean,
If they went back and did a hack and slash in 2018, I don't think they wouldn't have had a second game.
it wasn't the era to do that. Surely there's like a big tonal shift game that we're just missing.
Honestly,
I mean, like, there's stuff, you got like tonal shifts where it's just like, okay, we're going to change the whole trajectory of what this game is and the identity, which is like Jack going from Jack to Jack 2.
Yep.
But there's also things where like getting a new developer, like for example, Halo Reach or Halo 3 to Halo 4, they feel
very different.
very different. Same series, and they're trying to emulate the same thing and add a few new things. It still feels so different, so jarring.
I'm just thinking back. I suppose you could argue that Spyro kind of went through a reinvention when they did the Legends. Was it the Legends remake?
Yeah, the ones with Elijah Wood.
The reboot, I should say.
Yeah, with Elijah Wood as Spyro.
I think
Legend. The first one's like Legend of Spyro, and then there's I can picture the covers because I was looking at them the other day.
It was like him, like a tornado of electricity or something like that. But
Crash games, kinda. When they went to like Mind Over Mutant and that sort of thing.
yeah, but
it
they're
went
still
from just having
they're
the
still
spin
the
attack
same.
to actually the punch attack thing.
They're still like the same idea.
Yes.
It's just the games have evolved, not like the tonal shift.
The aesthetic of it looks still close enough that it feels the same series. Yeah, I'm struggling.
I'm struggling to think of anything. There's stuff that, like, I mean, there's plenty of games where that a sequel will be completely different. Like, for example, I'm seeing behind me, I got that Banjo-Kazooie pop. Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, great games. It's definitely a follow-up of the same one. Nuts and Bolts is a completely different game.
Yes.
It's literally Rare was making, I'm assuming they were just making some sort of kart racer or not even like a vehicle building game, and they just like, let's just slap Banjo-Kazooie on it. I really like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It's a very strange game. It's not a very good Banjo-Kazooie game, but it's a really fun game.
Yeah.
Another one that popped up, I found a Reddit thread that's having this exact conversation. Jack and Jack 2 definitely pop up there at the most comment. People are saying Saints Row from like 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Saints, I feel like more from 2 to 3. Saints Row 2 is still trying to be like a
Grand Theft Auto,
Grand Theft Auto gangster version of it, and then Saints Row
3
is still that a little bit.
But
and then they've also got silliness in there.
Yeah, it leans way more into its own identity.
Yeah, and then 4 is definitely over the top silly. I would say more, honestly, Saints Row 4 to the Saints Row remake that they did a few years ago.
Reboot.
The reboot that was terrible and people hated that thing. everything I've seen, that game was so bad.
Yeah. I mean, the series sort of died with 3.
Yeah, I think 4, and it had like Get Out of Hell and all this other stuff. Saints Row was a fun series. It's one of those games where it was fun, but the gameplay was never really that amazing.
It's just funny because it was stupid.
Yeah, it was.
That was the whole point behind it. It was like, I want to play GTA and have like a good story and then also have fun and murder people.
Yeah, I feel like Saints Row 2 was. A lot of people think that's one of the better one, if not the best, and then Saints Row 3 is also very good, but because of its funniness. Number 1 did so well because it was a good GTA clone.
Yep.
And it had its own spin on it, and it was a bit more like street gang style stuff, which GTA hadn't really touched to that type of level. And then the second one, I just know a lot of people really like the second one.
Yeah, the only thing I can remember is
I played 1 and 3.
I played 3, 4, and Get Out of Hell.
Yeah, I'd touched 3 and Get Out of Hell. I didn't play it.
Was Get Out of Hell good?
No.
I don't remember it being
supposed to be originally
good.
It was an expansion for 4, and then they turned it into its own thing.
Very weird game.
It was.
It's weird choices.
Those 3 in particular really irked me because I loved 3. Started playing 4, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh, we're just using whatever the town was called, Steelport or whatever. We're using the exact same map. You haven't remade it at all. It's the exact same map.
But purple.
Yeah.
There's a lot of purple.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Whatever. Cool. Oh, Get Out of Hell. Yeah, but it's the same map again, just now all fiery and...
Yeah, they really like to reuse that map.
Yeah.
And I mean, those games had a fairly quick turnover, so I guess it makes sense. But I don't know.
Another tonal shift in gaming, the Prince of Persia Sands of Time to the second game, The Warrior Within, gets very dark as well.
Yeah.
Very much bloody compared to what the Prince was doing in the first game, which is
the overall tone shifts. I wouldn't say the gameplay shifts.
Oh, definitely not. But you get better weapons, and then it's a lot darker.
I'm trying to I can't think of many series. I can think of like 1 or 2 games where it's like, we had the first one, then we had the sequel, which was different, but then most of them are also by a different developer.
Yeah.
It's just that the publisher held on to the rights for it. So it's...
I guess you could sort of say, not really, but like the original Fallout games to Fallout 3.
Yeah.
But
it's the same it's the same theme, it's the same vibe.
It's not because it's different gameplay. Everything felt
very different gameplay, but
but it felt a lot more drab in those first 2 games. Not saying that 3's bad at all.
See, I was wanting to say this a couple of episodes ago when we were talking about the Fallout TV show. I love going back and playing the first 2 Fallout games because they are still some of the only games I've found where, because there's still this feeling of you're not seeing everything behind the curtain. Like, you're not seeing, I know there are people who do know how it all works behind it. Like, they have all the numbers ticking over and they're like, if I have this percentage to shoot, I know I can do all blah, 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 blah. But it always feels like going back and playing those games, there's a whole bunch of stuff happening behind the scenes that I, the player, even though I've played it so many times, I'm still not aware of. It still feels like there's that slight air of exploration, discovery, of mystery on it. I don't get that as much with modern games. I'll get to a point where it's like, it's new. I understand everything about this game now, and there's no real big surprises.
Nothing's going to really surprise me. Yeah, I get what you mean.
The last game where I still had that was Morrowind. Elder Scrolls Morrowind.
Yes. Yeah.
Just because of it's a very clunky game, but there's also a lot of weird
mysteriousness and things. I know exactly what you mean.
It's not so much the mysterious to the game world as much as the game systems.
No, it feels like that you're never going to be a master.
And part of it is because they're kind of clunky as well.
Yeah, because they're kind of shit. Yeah. Oh well, I mean, like they're good games. Another thing I wanted to bring up. I saw a few videos on TikTok the other day. Ben's seen a couple of these. You haven't seen them. I've got a series of videos here. Shout out to us using a Windows computer. We're now on Windows.
We evolved from Mac backwards.
Yeah. I'm going to show this video real quick. So I saw a series of videos on TikTok, and I want to show you them and get your opinion on it. We're going to talk at the same time because I want to try and get some clips out of this as well.
Okay. But you've both seen these videos.
Hey, I don't think he's seen the third one. I've obviously seen them because I put them on the computer.
Yep.
But he's seen them. He just naturally saw them. This is to do gaming. So this is the first video I wanted to show you.
Do you want me, like, am I going in absolutely blind, or did you want to...
No, you're going in blind.
Going in absolutely blind to this.
Okay, so this is the first video. This is giving you context for the second one. So...
I still can't believe my husband did this at our wedding.
I don't know why this is fucked up. We'll watch it again because it's stuffed up.
I still can't believe my husband did this at our wedding.
Windows Media Player coming in clutch again.
So essentially, this is a video saying, I still can't believe my husband did this at our wedding. And someone's zooming in. That's the wedding cake there. And he's got his phone propped up and he's watching the footy. This is during their reception at their wedding.
Now...
And then there's the bride. Then he's there saying the footy's on.
Before you play the second one, just from the fact that it's the phone's so far away, that feels like, hey, we're doing a little funny thing. We're going to stage this.
Possibly.
Like if he was watching it, why would he not have it just there in front of him?
I do agree.
If he's so intent on watching it, why would you? Hey, can you take this small 6-inch screen and put it 5 meters away from me?
Maybe he's being smart. If you had it right in front of him, his attention's going to be down at his dinner plate.
I think it's more like it's a background noise, like just being able to quickly look up type of thing.
Or also, if he has it there, his wife's going to just lean over and yeet the phone across the room.
Yeah, even more so.
Correct.
So basically, it's a video of this guy watching the footy at his wedding, or just on his phone, a few meters away, and it's propped up.
We're assuming his phone, and not the best man's phone that he's propped up.
This is the second video. This is why I brought this up.
5 years I have been waiting to get payback for my husband watching the football at our wedding. Well, that day has finally come. This is his RuneScape account, which is a computer game that he's been playing since before we were together. He's just about to max, which I think means get the highest level on all the skills of the game, something or other, whatever. Apparently, it's a really big deal. He's waiting to do a maxing party with all of his friends online. Well, I'm about to crash that party, and I'm going to max his account before he can. I already rang my brother-in-law because he plays the game with him, and he's already told me exactly what to do. Now let's do this shit.
Oh, God.
That man plays RuneScape a lot.
Yeah.
Well, he's the highest level now. I don't know, did I take this too far? Stay tuned, I'll let you know his reaction.
So that was the second video. This is the video that I originally saw. This video went like semi-viral. Like it's got hundreds of thousands of views.
She had time to go back and add little clips of all the stats and everything. Like if you play it again, there's like, as she's explaining what she's doing, there's like little cut-in clips of like, here's the stat screen. Here's all this.
This isn't just a random chick. They do make content.
Okay.
Like she's got a verified channel and it's got hundreds of thousands.
There's literally a YouTube and a TikTok pillar up on the shelf behind them.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, yeah.
But essentially, this is the video that I saw. Got hundreds of thousands of views. I think hundreds of thousands of likes as well. The comments in this section are so 50-50 and they are cutthroat on each end.
Yeah.
So I'll show you the third one, but
if this is real, and unfortunately because of the way the internet works these days, I have to take all of this with a large grain of salt because I don't readily believe anything I see on the line anymore.
Maybe just hold your thoughts till after we watch it all.
Okay.
Just because I want to try and keep it all concise watching it. So this is the final video.
Vibes from the comment section that maybe I took this payback.
I have also seen this.
But it's too late now. So to soften the blow, I decided to throw my husband an actual maxing party. I got some 99 balloons, a cape from Amazon, and my friend 3D printed a light up maxing cape. Like, come on, that's pretty cool. I also got a cake with the 99 candles, even though he's lactose intolerant. So that's pretty much for me. How can he be mad when he sees all this? And it's not like I deleted the account. Damn. Anyway, here's his reaction to me maxing his
A nice game room.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in your room.
Oh, God.
to do. I was gonna fucking have a party with me.
Party, mate! Matching party!
Oh god.
Jesus.
Big guy, put your cape on! Matching party! By the way, that's watching it 45 years ago.
So that's, I don't know why that's the only one that had the TikTok thing at the end. What do you think?
I think it's fake
I think it's fake as well.
because
Just to iterate, I think these RuneScape, like maxing out, like the wife maxing out the husband's RuneScape account as payback for the footy, I think it's fake. I mean, especially with his reaction and just production of a few things, I think it's fake. The comments and the reactions and I was going to say conversations that it started. It's not conversations, it's more like yelling matches it started, has been intense though.
what sort of gives it away to me is the fact that she starts the third video with, all these comments, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, so did you just post the second video straight away, start getting flooded with comments and immediately go out and start organizing the party?
It was like a day later and...
When things go viral on TikTok, it's instant. It's not like it's...
I get that, but the way it leads in makes it feel like more time had passed, like a week or so. That's what
I looked at it. It was like a day or two. The biggest thing that I think's a giveaway to me is that like
his
reaction, and also it's like, I got my friend the 3D print maxing cape, and blah, blah, like that. That's a little thing that she was holding.
It's the cape you get when you hit 99.
When you max.
I definitely think it's very much stage. I think this was like a whole thing she had planned out.
Yep.
And it wasn't like, hey, we're going to do this plan, let's do this. And then that's when he gets the thing for 3D printed. She gets the cape on Amazon and then she just splits the video into 3 parts.
Yeah. I meant that it's not 3 parts. That first video came out literally 5 years ago.
Yeah, which I still think that's kind of staged, that first video. But maybe that happened.
You're
maybe
just
not.
a cynic.
I am. I really am.
We've decided the videos are fake for this RuneScape maxing thing.
Yep.
Shut up, computer. Yeah.
Have we gotten Jimmy's take on this?
No, yeah, we have. But I wanted to say to you first. So, this lady, her husband watched the footy at their wedding. Was on a phone, was a few meters away on a desk. Her reaction is
she does not look pleased.
She's not happy, which I fully understand.
Yes.
I think it's disrespectful. But her revenge is to, this video a few years later, is to max out his RuneScape account before he can. Context, I asked our mate Jimmy, who is hardcore RuneScape and has been for 15, 20 years, something like that.
At least 15.
Yeah. How long it takes to fully max out account. And he said it all depends on the person, but most people, it's a minimum of 3,000 hours.
Yeah.
I had a look. 3,000 hours is it's like 9.5 years if you're playing it for like an hour, like a day. That is a fucking lot of work.
And with Sailing only coming out like 2-3 months ago, and he's already got it maxed, he must play it.
Which she makes like chunk. In the second video, she says that he's been playing it since before they got together. So if their wedding was at 5 years ago, he's been playing it since before that, however long they dated for and everything. If he's been playing it since before they got together, he's sunk big hours into that game.
Jimmy was talking about when I was asking how long it takes to max out a RuneScape account, he was saying 3,000 hours minimum for most people if it's like your first time and you're not doing like the optimum strats and everything. But he would not be surprised if it's taking up to 5, 6, 7,500 hours to do it. This is years and years, just decades of work. If this video was legit and she did max out his account as retaliation for watching the footy at her wedding, what is your thoughts then? Do you think...
If it's all legitimate, she either has no idea on how games work, because otherwise she'd at least have an inkling of this is not a thing to like. I realize like I'm making it seem like I'm a big turbo nerd and everything, and I pretty much am, but I just can't see like I can't see Laura doing that to any of my stuff. I can't see her logging into any of my games and fucking around with them like that. Because I would never do that to any of her games. Because it is a massive... I mean, it's not even it's a breach of privacy, blah, blah. It's a breach of trust, da, da, da. On a very minor level, I'd say it kind of is that. But it's also just as you were saying earlier, it shows massive disrespect to their time as well.
Yeah, well,
I'm completely invalidating all the time you've sunk into this hobby by...
And you don't respect me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I was saying is that when people comparing watching the footy at the wedding to maxing out the RuneScape account, they're both bad. And I think watching the footy at the wedding, it's like, come on, man. Realistically, you can watch that at home. You can watch it later. You can tape it. It's not the end of the world.
No.
He also, some of the comments were acting like he was the devil incarnate for doing it. I think he was a dickhead for doing it. But at the same time, he also had it on a table a few meters away and it was just off in the background. He shouldn't have done it, but it wasn't like he had it on the big TV and was just sitting there.
Also, plan your wedding for a day the footy's not on.
I don't really agree with that, but I know
he probably didn't have any.
It is also his wedding, to be fair. It's not just hers, it's both theirs.
It is his wedding as well. But it's also, I actually agree with Ben. If you're that big a footy fan that you can't go 10 minutes without watching the footy there, you would know what day it's on.
I
also have a feeling he didn't have a choice in the matter of what day the wedding was on.
Well, she may not have either. It would have all been onto the wedding planner or whatever day they could get.
Nah.
As someone who used to work weddings, you would know this as well. You work weddings.
What the
As a
fuck?
photographer?
Am I? No, I've never done wedding photography. I don't want to.
Oh,
Bridezilla,
okay.
fuck off.
That's way too much pressure. No, thank you.
No, I used to work, mainly the after, cleaning up after
Oh,
weddings and
Matt,
that.
clean up the dummies.
Speaking of dummies, you hear about the Olympics?
Yes, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. No, that is, sorry, very, very quick.
Brock cleans up dummies. Next, continue.
Very quick
Tangent.
detour, tangent.
Get me going quick.
I have worked as a cleaner in a couple of different
Jobs.
Yeah, worked preschools, worked primary schools, worked, if you guys, shut up.
Remember Quick? Do that.
Whatever. Weddings were by far the worst, just fucked up filth left after them.
Mess to clean? I don't doubt it.
I was cleaning a college as well. The stuff I used to clean out of those bathrooms, well above and better than 2 weeks worth of what I'd clean out of, like, hey, we've got 2 weddings back to back. We need those.
I don't doubt it.
clean.
It's people celebrating and off their head on alcohol.
What does this have? Sorry.
I said this is a small tangent. This was just because, like, we were talking about the weddings.
I thought you were going to tie this back into wedding dates and wedding planners.
So the planning and all that, like, neither of them may have had a proper choice on the date, because it may have been, hey, we want this particular venue. The only day it is available is this day for us. That's the only time we can
I just think he didn't get a choice in it.
Quite probable.
Very probable. Back to the Olympics thing. I think they have completely run out of content.
I had way more to talk about in this video.
Okay, we can get back to
fuck
that.
you. No, but so we've got the side of the wedding.
Yep.
Like her with the wedding. With this RuneScape account and this wife with this RuneScape account and the wife maxing out his account as retaliation for watching the footy at their wedding.
Ruining his however many years of work.
I fully get why she'd be angry about that, and I fully support her, and I think he was a dickhead for doing that. But legitimately, I think it is extremely disrespectful to try and get revenge, to go do something where that is maxing out a RuneScape account, like we've said, is a most of the time decade-long endeavor. That is so much work, and it seems extremely disrespectful and taking away his happiness and enjoyment just as spite from 5 years ago. This video is most likely staged.
Yes,
so they'll probably in it, and I'm most likely, but
because otherwise the next video that came out would have been, he left me and there would just be a fist-sized hole in the wall.
I reckon if it ended in divorce, she wouldn't have the videos up. Like if there was a big
I don't know. People are putting just whatever on TikTok. The reason I want to bring up this conversation is because the comment section was so volatile on both ends.
Yeah.
There was some people being so nerdy gamers like, you do not understand the hurt this will destroy a gamer's life. You do not understand. This is worse than death. And it's like, man, grow up. But then there's also people saying that having that video at the wedding ruins her entire day. It is the most disrespectful thing you can do in the world, blah, blah, blah. It's like, at that point, if you're at a wedding, if you're getting married to your partner and he puts the footy on his phone a few meters away on a table and is watching it, and you say, hey, come on, we're at our wedding, turn it off, and he doesn't, at your wedding, you might have found the wrong person.
Yeah. That being said, I think people over-romanticize weddings and everything to do with them.
I 100% agree with that as well.
Yes, it is.
You're also big anti-wedding though.
No.
He's also big. But keep going.
A little bit, yes. I just think that people place way too much import on it. It's a day. It's not going to be like, oh, if this one day isn't perfect, then our entire wedding is wrong. Like, no. You're marrying this person that you want to spend the rest of your life with just because the ceremony about it didn't go up to your expectation.
What's more important, being with the person that you love and want to spend your life with, or a day just talking about doing that or doing it? Like, I mean, honestly, I know people who have had shotgun weddings. My mum is a celebrant on the side and she's done that many. Like,
yeah,
I know there's someone we know who they ended up putting all the money from their wedding into their house.
Yeah.
And they're so much happier for it.
It's what Laura and I have talked about.
Yeah.
Just having a much smaller wedding.
Just a small little celebration.
It doesn't, and when we get married.
Doesn't mean don't have a big celebration and everything. That's fine.
Have a house party and then spend all the money on the honeymoon. Do anything else. I think the people in the comment section getting up in arms about the disrespect at the wedding, it's the same principle, but with his game.
Yeah.
But one of them was 15 years in the making. The other one was...
Yeah.
They've definitely been at events before where he has pulled his phone out and watched the football. Maybe he shouldn't have done that. You don't have an issue with it on one day and then not all the others.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she probably did have an issue with the other days, which I understand. If you're doing something and you just pull out the footy, it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've been places and we pulled the F1 out to watch the qualifying, and then like at birthday parties, people are watching the UFC
I think it's a bit different if you're doing something with your partner though. Like there's times where I will just go on and start messaging on my phone real quick, and Lizard's like, "Hey, grr, fucking idiot."
What do you think? I mean, this is probably going to get us a little bit of flack if this gets clipped. But what do you think is more disrespectful? What he did right there in the clip, playing the football on his phone at the wedding.
Yeah.
Or if it had been just the two of them out on a romantic date somewhere, they've gone to like have a nice dinner or something, and he starts watching the football then.
I feel like that's more disrespectful because you're deliberately taking away from the experience of going out
and it's
with your partner
it's
there.
way more personal. It's just you two there.
Yeah.
You've made plans just for the two of you.
But he's there watching the footy with his best man and groomsmen, and they're all having a great time on the table. It's like hectic. Like, I definitely agree with, like, the personal dinner's much worse.
It is, yes. Not saying that the wedding's good doing it there, just that it is less disrespectful than doing it when they're out on a date. That was just my little take on it.
So I showed these videos. Well, I actually didn't show the videos. I talked to Jimmy about them because I was going to show him. He's our mate who's extreme RuneScape nerd. He's been playing it for a decade plus, possibly two. And I was like, what's your thoughts on this? And he said, if Lauren, this is his partner, maxed out my RuneScape account, I would leave her. He was like, I would flat out leave her. He said, that is fucked. I can't believe someone's done that. That is so bad. Yeah. That is from the side of someone who is fully engrossed in RuneScape and knows what this is like and has been doing it for years. So Jimmy loves to get passionate about things.
He does.
Lauren also does do a lot of his RuneScape skills for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very different dynamic there.
That's a joint account right there.
But that's from someone who's actually dealt with it. On the inverse, I showed Lizard all these videos. I was like, what do you think? And she said, I think what happened at the wedding is fucked. Like, that is a day to celebrate together, blah, blah, blah. I think that's really bad. But she also said, she's like, I think that's extreme disrespect from her end. She probably doesn't understand how bad that is and everything. But he's put a lot of time and effort, and that's taken away the joy that he was going to get from it. Might only be pressing a couple buttons, but that was years of work to get to that point.
I think
so. It's seeing both ends, which I tend to see the same. I was being very devil's advocate with her last night and going against, but I tend to agree.
I feel like the biggest culprit that should take all the blame's the brother who helped her sign in and click the skill. Because she says in the video he plays with him.
Yep.
And he was going to do the party and stuff as well. And he goes, yeah, just sign in, click here, and there you go, you're max. It's like,
yeah, and then he says as a sign off, he's like, I hope you got your divorce papers ready.
Yeah. Like he knew that what he was doing was bad, and he just still went along with it.
Well, it shows the people in that comment section, and we'll get off this in a second. The people in that comment section were, give me a second, that camera's about to.
Oh no.
Technical difficulties. Sorry, viewers. I just, have you ever had a partner who's just completely clueless with gaming who you could see doing that to you?
Not that.
Yeah.
I mean, being bad at games maybe, but not like...
I mean, I can't see, I definitely can't see Laura doing it. I can't see...
But Laura's a big gamer.
Laura is a big gamer, but I was about to follow that on with, I can't see any of the, anyone I have dated in the past. I can't see them being that clueless on,
You've known Laura.
Hey, here is yes, I've been dating Laura for almost 2 decades, yes.
I don't think it's even gaming knowledge. I think it's just respect.
Well, yes, that's what I was about to say. Like, even if they're completely clueless on gaming, I can't see them being so completely removed from the relationship.
It's all about revenge.
That being, hey, I can see how much time you've put into this thing. I'm going to ruin it for you just because of a slight 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And that TikTok clip of him at the wedding probably made that account start becoming a lot more popular and got a lot of traction.
I think it was just all set up to get some views, and it happened. It worked, but the comment section is just so funny. I really recommend.
There's a lot of heartbroken men in that comment section.
Yes, and there's a lot of people, usually women, who don't understand it, and I fully get it. Like, why would you? Why would you understand RuneScape? Like, there was a couple of people in there being like, so. He's getting really upset that you clicked 3 buttons on his account to get him max level. Why is that such an achievement? It's like, that's not the point. It took decade plus. It took so many years to get to the level so he could do that.
Yeah.
It seems so little because you're only seeing the last 0.00001% of it.
The reverse of that is, why are you getting so upset that all he did was put his phone down in front of him at his wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, but they've spent so much time to building up to this wedding, all the dating.
You're
and
never going to win.
It's like, it's the same thing. You've sunk a whole bunch of time into something. Oh.
It's the same vibe that I get of people not understanding. Like, it's like, hey, I'm going to buy you this new console. You know what's a good way to film a video and do it? It's let's destroy your old one first. It's like when you see I bought you a PS5 and then sledgehammer the PS4, and it's like, the guy's like, why'd you do that? It's like, all my stuff was on there. And he goes, I bought you PS5. I was like, that's not the point, though.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
Like, all my stuff is still here. You've now just ruined all of that, and you have a new console.
That's like I never understood, and people were going to get angry at me because they always say everything I say is negative.
What? How is it?
I want to go on to this. The videos I used to hate back in the day were the going to GameStop at midnight and throwing an Xbox 360 on the ground and launch night, and destroying a console for all the people online. It's like, I understand getting a little bit of clout there, but it was like it.
They go $700.
Yeah, not even that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just about
Microsoft thanks you for your money. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, it just always seemed very petty and low effort.
Yes.
Type of stuff. And hey, I'm not like some of those people who get very up in arms when it's like they see something destroyed in a video and they're like, I could have had that. Bro, we're not sending you this old Sega Genesis controller to Phil from Pennsylvania.
Yep.
I'm not doing that, but I think it's just shit when people used to do shit like that. This is bad. What were you going to say? Sorry.
I don't remember what I was going to say. Now, what were you saying? Because it was something that was thematic and...
No, it was just about people filming TikToks and videos and all that, destroying a console as a, hey, here's a PS5, like as replacing the existing console.
Oh, yes, So what I was going to say was like, I don't get how people aren't able to understand that aspect of it, but they can still fully they don't understand the aspect of, hey, you've gotten the new thing, not understanding that all the data is still on the old thing.
It's not a thought that.
No, that's not what people think. They think, you put the disc in it, so that's all
like
you do.
you're not going to get rid of your old.
In this day and age, I don't get how people can be that clueless, because the amount of people
Brock,
who
people still don't understand.
Retail, mate.
I know. We all work in IT.
No,
I know
that's
how
not
many
even that.
people come in and are completely fucking clueless on it.
No, people still don't understand cloud storage. They're not going to understand physical storage as well.
No.
But people should, is my point.
People are stupid, bro.
It shouldn't be this hard to pick this up where, hey, the servers at work are all being upgraded. Okay, they're just chucking the old servers out then? Like, no, they have to take all the data. Like, they can get that easily enough. Why are they able to accept that and understand that so fast, but not able to, I didn't realize that all your stuff was on the old console? Like, how does that not click?
It's just, you're
reading too much into it. People don't care.
Yeah, and there's people who just aren't tech inclined like you. It's a different world. It'll be the same, and this is not a slight to you. It'll be like someone who is very much into their bodybuilding or cutting or something, and looking at someone like you and being like, what do you mean his life's not about calorie deficits and XYZ thing? It's just not a world that you're into. No. It's not something that you're fully engrossed in. And like, there's things that I don't understand where people have very different mindsets. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying vice versa or whatever, but that's just what it is. There's people who that will not be a thing. They probably should be. I think people really need to be more tech literate. Yeah. And there's a lot of people, generally the older generation, who deliberately do not look into it. And that's why I love people I love people like my grandparents, not just because they're my grandparents and I love them, but they're very much into their tech and are keeping on top of it. And it's made their life so much easier. They can deal with everyday tech problems way better than my mum or my dad, because they've pulled their finger. Hopeless. Yeah, my dad used to be very good like 20 years ago, and now he's terrible. Same with my mum. It's just how it is.
Dad used to always be the one who was good with tech. Mum was fine with tech, but nowadays Dad feels like he's sort of slipped behind, and like he'll see stuff. Like, he uses the internet and all of that, but he's not on top of it anymore like he used to feel like he was. But all those people out there who are willfully tech ignorant and proud of it, it's like, you're holding everything back.
Oh yeah.
You're the ones that, like, we have to put labels on batteries saying do not eat. Like, you're holding the race back. Why?
I just think if people need to learn how to use Google properly as a bare minimum, and that'll be fine. Because if you know how to find, or at least have the ability to find the way to find an answer, all the problems would be solved.
No, people don't pull their finger out to look things up.
Plenty of people know how to do it. They don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So why would you not just Google this? Like, but I can come in and I can ask you.
On the flip side of that,
you drove into a place to ask someone working at a tech store, hey, this very basic tech question. You could have done that without even getting out of bed. You could have reached across, grabbed your phone and gone,
again,
how to do X.
It's a different mindset. It's people who are used to that being the way. And I'm not saying it's right, but that's just how it is. But on the flip side of that, I do think that there's also a lot of people, and it happens to be, I think, mostly older generation, who are having an over-reliance on like AI. The amount of people who will try and fact check you or say, oh, well, no, AI says it's different. Grok says different. Or ChatGPT says different. It's like I had people come in and talk about cameras with me a while ago, and they were like, oh, well, a ChatGPT said this is a better video camera. And I was like, it was like a Canon R50. And I was like, oh, well, it's a decent camera, but you can get
What was it being compared to?
I was comparing it to a Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, which is the same sensor as like the cheaper little cinema camera that I have. And I was like, well, this is going to do a lot more video-wise. The R50 is going to be good for photo, and it's going to be good for video. But if you want mostly video, you should go the ZV-E10 Mark II. It's got way better lenses, value for money-wise. There's a lot more selection. XYZ is giving all these reasons. And they're like, oh, no, ChatGPT doesn't say that. I'm like, well, ChatGPT here is wrong. I'm like, I don't know. It's like, what do I do in that situation? It's like, well, without sounding arrogant, I know I'm right. I've got the experience.
Yeah.
I know. I can show you the spec sheet. I brought up a website. There's a great website called Camera Decision, which will show you a breakdown of each spec. It's like GSM Arena for phones. Exact same, but for cameras. And I'm like, this is better for this. This is better, blah, 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 blah. ChatGPT says that this camera is better. It's like, all right, you can get it if you want. I'm more than happy to sell it to you, but it's not the best thing for the money that you want to buy.
I had a very similar experience where it wasn't comparison between different models. It was literally just if we had a thing in stock. Person came in looking for some item. I cannot remember what it was, but they said, oh, your store is supposed to sell this. And I was like, no, sorry, we've never sold that.
Yep.
And he was like, well, no. Like you must do because I've checked.
It says here.
It checked and it says that you do. I was like, okay, well, where you checked on our website? No, ChatGPT says you guys sell it. I was like, well, sorry, ChatGPT is wrong. He was like, well, no, it says you sell it. I was like, mate, I work here. Why are you believing the robot over the person that actually works here? The robot's wrong.
Yeah.
The problem with ChatGPT is you can get a different answer to the same question depending on how you
multiple
ask it.
times. Yeah.
Because people would guess, oh, is the R50 better than the ZVE? They'd be like, if you ask it that way, it's going to give you the very clear cut, whatever's the most popular decision online. You then go, show me the benefits as to why this is better than that. It's going to flip and it's just going to be back and forth. Goes back to people being able to find the answer for things on Google. If you knew how to search for things properly without asking a robot, you might actually get a decision that... Have
you seen all the research going in that, like, all the researchers are finding that every AI they're testing is too... it's too eager to please the person asking it questions. So it will...
get a good boy back.
Essentially, yeah. It will like feed you information in the hopes that you are happy with it rather than just being like giving you an actual like... well, no, not even that you continue using it. I don't think it's that. I don't like that kind of gives it a level of sentience that I don't think it has.
Well, I think it's more continue to use it. So, well, that might be something programmed in so they can get more data.
Yeah.
Because if you go in there and ask a question and then you go, if you reply back and go, well, that sucked. You're not going to, if they give you an answer that kind of somewhat satisfies what you're after, you're going to be more inclined to go back. But if every question you ask, you get a dud response and you're like, oh, I don't like that answer at all, you're not going to go back and use it. You're going to try something different.
They very rarely will give you an answer that is, I cannot remember the words tonight, far out. Like it's stepping back and removing itself emotionally from it. Like it's not being subjective. It's not allowing like, oh, it is using exactly how you worded it and just recycling it back to you as, hey, is this camera better than this camera? Well, camera 1 is better than da-da-da because it's the one that you labeled first. Blah, 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 rather than going, well, while in some cases camera 1 can be better, camera 2 has the, as you were saying it, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think AI and ChatGPT and, well, which is AI and things like that can be used well in moderation and in the right circumstances. They're a great search tool when you know how to use them.
Yeah.
There was times where I was trying to find a very specific part of a video and I didn't remember the video and I went into ChatGPT. It's like, what was this one? Blah, blah, blah. Found the YouTube video and a timestamp. And it was like, perfect. Things like that where it just helps me faster. I don't like this over-reliance on using it to do stuff that a human can do. Because, I mean, like, for example, Liz uses it sometimes. And we're like, oh, put that into ChatGPT. And I'm like, I honestly, it will help doing stuff, but I don't like using it. I hate writing stuff. I've had to write some bigger things recently, and it's things where I could have, hey, this is the dot points I want, make a few paragraphs on this. And I don't want to do that. I just want to actually write it because it feels way more natural like me. Might look better off ChatGPT, but I don't know. It's just a personal preference thing, I guess. I still actively use it for certain things, but I don't think it's detrimental to basically anyone in any way besides just using the thing itself, which does have problems.
If I see one of those AI generated images of put in your job, put in a photo of you, and I'll make an image of you. I'm removing you off every social media.
People are brain dead who do that.
Like I saw 4 last week, and I had lost 4 Facebook friends.
Yeah.
They all got removed because I was like, I don't need this at all. I don't need this on Instagram. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing ever.
And
but
all it is just, as you were saying before, just feeding more data into them.
It is. It's just feeding more data.
Hey, here's a photo of me of selfie at work that I put in. No, you don't need that.
No.
Speaking of much better things, though, there has been a Metal Gear announcement this week.
Yes. So, quick little thing.
You gotta find it. I was hoping you were going to do the exclamation noise.
No, I'll do this. Yo, so MGS4 has finally been released from the PS3 prison. Woo! Finally, baby. So many people are going to be able to finally play this game. I am so unbelievably hyped for this. I'm going to play the hell out of MGS4 on the PS5.
Yeah.
So they announced at State of Play that they're going to release the second part, Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection Part 2, which only has 3 games on it. I thought they might have done 4. And one of those games is Ghost Babel, which is that Game Boy game that you always bring up as the only one you've played. But they're releasing MGS4, which is the big thing.
Yes.
That's what people really wanted. And then they got Peace Walker on there as well, which is an amazing game. And so many people want to play 4 who haven't done it. They might give Peace Walker a try because that was a PSP game originally. Mm-hmm. And so many people haven't. And a lot of people say it is one of, if not, it could be the best in the series. It's such a good game. I'm so hyped for a game that came out 18 years ago. I can't wait for it to come out on PS5. I was going to dig out the PS3 the other day and play MGS4, but I saw this and I was like, that would be great. That game lagged at points on the PS3. It'd be nice if that runs at 60. Oh, mwah. Yeah. I'll be buying it on PC if not.
It'd be nice to see, it'll be interesting, I should say, to see how well they remaster it.
Yeah,
because the problem with a lot of those older engines is there are some settings in there that are just hard baked into them. And it doesn't matter if you play it on bigger, better hardware.
It's just hard.
That ain't changing.
That was the big thing. And that's why I think the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection 2 took so long to come out from the first one. Because the first one came out like two and a half years ago or something. I think the reason it took so long is because they were trying to get MGS4 playable. That game is notorious for really using every little bit of the PS3 and it being extremely hard to port onto things.
I wonder if they're going to, obviously they now have a way to get PS3 games ported across. I wonder if they're going to share that with other like different game series and stuff like that.
I don't think that this is a blanket PS3 games can be ported over now. I think this is a very specific MGS4 got ported over. Yeah. Because everything I've heard, it used like the Emotion Engine and stuff for the PS3 very specifically in very certain ways, which I think it was more a struggle to get this game working.
Yeah, it's less hey, we've managed to build a good emulator to run PS3 games. More, hey, we've managed to tweak this particular game's engine to run on the PS5. It's a specific thing. It's not a blanket, hey, we can run any game through this.
I think with this announcement of the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection Part 2 coming out is a perfect time for people to go back and play the first one and play MGS 1, 2, and 3. I think you should.
That's what I was looking at. I was looking at it the other day because I think they're doing another big visual update for the first collection.
They are. They're going to revamp the visuals of MGS 1 and MGS 3, which is a bit strange they're doing 1 and 3. I thought they would have done 1 and 2 since there's the remake of 3 and also they're skipping 2, which is strange, but I really think you should play Metal Gear now. You got perfect opportunity. You'll be able to play those 3 games up to the new one coming out. And it'll be perfect.
Do you have the first collection?
I don't have it physically, but I might be buying it. I'm going to have to talk to you about that.
Yep.
If I get it physically, you can 100% play it.
Give me a reason to use the PS5 again.
Exactly. It's on PC.
I feel like I'd want to sit down and play it.
Yeah. No, it is one of those games. But no, I'm so incredibly happy for MGS4 coming out. I will be platinuming, 100%ing that game non-stop. It is such a fun game. It is one of those games. It's really one of the main reasons I'm excited for MGS4 coming back onto or being able to be played again isn't necessarily just because I love that game and it's really fun. It is an old style of game that had... It was one of those games where you had to go back and really replay it on a really hard difficulty to fully 100% it. And I don't feel like there's a ton of games sort of like that anymore.
You don't
There's
get the
hard
same
games,
sense of accomplishment.
like doing European Extreme on MGS4, like not being hit, not being seen, like all this stuff. That's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like no saves, like all this stuff, really hard. I haven't had a game that had like a pedestal to try and do something like that on it in yonks.
Yeah, I do miss that games don't have that, to get the platinum you need to finish it on the hardest difficulty, because it gave you that challenge. It's like, do I either play it and then go back and replay it on a hard difficulty, or do I start it on the hardest that way I'm a god when I finished it?
Yeah, like the last time I had like a really fun experience playing a game on a very hard difficulty was honestly The Last of Us 1 original remaster for the PS4, when it was beating on Grounded
Plus
or whatever, and it was hard, but it was fun. It was fun to get through and do.
We have talked about this before, where because of the length of games these days and the fact that like we are constantly grabbing new games to play rather than being not just stuck there with the same game for hey, only getting a new game at birthday and Christmas and so on.
Yep.
There's less motivation to, hey, I finished this game. I finished it on normal difficulty. I'm immediately going to go back and play it on hard difficulty.
Yes.
This game that took me 120 hours to get through on my first try.
Yep.
I don't have the motivation to go back and sink another 120 hours into a game I just finished. I might continue playing the game I just finished and like finish up. I'll do all the side quests on my current save file.
Yeah.
I'm not immediately going to go back and be like, cool, I know how long it's going to take me to play it on normal. It's going to take me longer to do it on hard, possibly, because I'll have to do things differently. And I'm going to 100% it on hard as well. That's going to take me even like... I can't do it back to back.
I think missable trophies, especially with games that have levels, make that like going back and replaying on a better difficulty a little bit easier, because you're like, oh, I missed this one thing. You got a more incentive. Yeah, I missed this one thing on chapter 3. You can't go back and replay the chapter to get it. You have to start another save file and collect them all again.
Watching Laurie like get stuff for the 360, like back when she was like finishing out a whole bunch of stuff and like trying to up her gamer score and all of that. Watching her play through things like Fable 2, for example, and like, okay, I save at this point, and now I'll go do the end of the game because there's 3 different endings.
Yeah, different paths.
I'll do ending 1. Yep, now reload the save, do ending 2. Yep, now reload the save, do ending 3.
I had to do that for Fallout 4 to get all 4 endings.
Oh, yeah.
And it took a while because I had to first work out what ending I wanted.
Yep.
Which I ended up going with the Brotherhood because normal. But like going through and then going, I need to use this gun. I realized that was in the first save I did for the Institute. I couldn't go back and do that. And I had to go back and didn't have any power armors I collected. And I was like, this is driving me up the wall. As soon as it was done, though, I was like, I don't want to play Fallout for a very long time.
Yeah.
I saw the worst. I don't even know if this would be a hot take. I saw the worst, we'll just call it a take on that
hot cake.
No. I saw the worst take on that sort of play of like essentially save scumming in a manner. People saying they're like, oh, you've ruined the experience. You haven't really played the game if you're doing that. It's like, my guy, as I just said, I'm not going back and sinking another 120 hours just to get one different ending at the very end.
Yeah, I'm going on YouTube and looking this up.
If it's literally all I have to do is just like choose option B at the very end rather than option A, I'm just going to reload a save and go and press B rather than A. And then I'll get both endings.
Yeah, bro, I'm not playing Mass Effect 3 4 times or 3 times just to see a different color at the end of the game.
Yes.
I get green. Oh, I want to see red. Oh, I really want to see the blue ending.
Yeah.
Put on the color filter.
Yeah. The last game that I played that once I beat it, I immediately wanted to go back and play it on a higher difficulty and then different ways and things like that, which was very much an older like PS2, PS3, 360 sort of game mindset, was the MGS4 remake that came out last year.
Okay.
I played that game like 5 times in a row. Because, I mean, I played it normal once and then I was like, okay, I'm going to go into I can beat this game in a couple of hours mode. So I was like, there's nights where there was one night here I played it like three times.
You played
Like
it
I beat
lot.
it 3 times in a day, like from like 2 o'clock in the afternoon to like 9 o'clock at night or something like that. But it was great and I loved it. It was so fun to go back. And there's some games, especially older games, that really fall into doing that well.
Yeah.
And that's why like MGS3, it does have like some hard parts, especially if you're doing like European Extreme, which is again, not being seen, not killing anyone, like all this stuff. But because it is if you play it your first time, you probably get like 6 to 8 hours to beat it. Once you start really getting it down pat, it's a couple hours that you can beat that game in. And then when you get into the mode of, I'm going to do it on really hard, it's just so fun having a game where you can do so many different things like that. And it's been ages since something's come out like that.
Why I like the Dishonored series, because you can go back.
Yeah, Dishonored very much has that vibe.
You got to go, each level or different part of the city is a different chapter. So I was like, there's a collectible you have to get in every single chapter that I always forget about because I'm too focused on not getting seen, not killing anyone. Not being like there's all the little tiny things that I've got to focus on before finding that thing. And if I get right to the end of that mission and I go, okay, I've done everything, and it goes, one thing you missed, and it's just like the hollowed out shape of the missing milestone I hadn't collected. Hence why I've played that game for like 80 hours and still haven't got the one trophy I've got left for it though.
The one game that I was able to go back and play back to back of just like, hey, I've finished, I'm going to go right back and stuff, it was a JRPG. It was Tales of Symphonia. But it was mainly because rather than restarting from scratch, it's technically New Game Plus. You can carry skills and such back over to restart. But what made it great was about 3/4 of the way through that game. And like, I got it down to like maybe finishing that game within, I mean, it's been a long time, but like within 50 hours, I could like finish it. It was a decent sized game. But 3/4 of the way through that game, you get weapons for every single character that their attack skill is based off how many enemies you have defeated, and it carries over between runs.
Okay, that makes it a lot easier.
Yes, you get 3/4 of the way through the game, you pick up those weapons. Suddenly, like all the remaining bosses and like end game fights and everything are just like, I've finished the game 4 times. I'm gonna one shot all of these fools. Like it just makes the rest of it trivial. And so
I'm trying to think, there's a couple of games that do that. Like I feel like Ratchet and Clank did that.
Yeah, because you get the cheats and stuff for like unlimited ammo.
Well, not even the cheats, but like I feel like there was like carrying over weapons and just being super OP.
Yeah.
Going in and doing
the
new
original Resident Evil 4 do carry over of something for New Game Plus?
I think it did. Oh, I feel like there was some upgrade stuff in that, yeah.
Because I know
Resident Evil 4 isn't like...
One of the weapons only pops up in New Game Plus. Like, was it the
a couple.
SIG or something? Like,
there's a few where you got to do different things. But now that you mention that, Resident Evil 4, the remake of that was another game where I beat it and I immediately went into beat it again and then beat it again, and I can do it. That's a longer game, but I can do it much faster.
Yeah.
That was great because it's very much still got that older gameplay directing, like developing, well, not even developing, but like the layout of the game.
Yes.
It's made where it's really fun and it's a good time and it's not a short game, but once you master it, you can really power through it, and then there's so many modes to make it more
Some
difficult.
games are just built to be able to
Optimize it
I can
really
optimize
well.
this and run through. But others are just, why would I play this through and do the exact same things all over again? Like people who say, I'm going to play through Skyrim again. It's with the understanding that, hey, I'm going to do different stuff this time.
And you never do. You're always a stealth archer.
You're always a stealth archer, but it's like you're never going to go back through it and be like, I'm going to do everything exactly the same way. I'll finish the game. I'm going to go back and do everything. Like, you might do some stuff the same way, but you play it again with the understanding that you want to try and see new stuff in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I normally go straight to the Brotherhood. I went to the Thieves Guild. Haven't got any shouts. I haven't done any missions. It's just like I'm doing everything on the side I can first before I go and try and do that main story.
Is there ever a play style in games where you've always wanted to do it, but you just never have? Like, for example, in Fallout, I've always wanted to do like an explosives like playthrough, but
I've always wanted...
They very much kneecap you in being able to do that till you're like already level like 15, 20-ish, till you can actually readily get a lot of that stuff.
In pretty much every Bethesda game, like both Elder Scrolls and like I know they've done other games as well, but these are the big ones. In both Elder Scrolls and the recent Fallouts, I've always wanted to do a melee build or even just an unarmed build Never.
You've never done a melee build in Elder Scrolls?
No, but like an unarmed, I mean.
Okay.
Like,
Yes,
it's only melee.
Yeah.
but-
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I did that in Oblivion. I was a Khajiit and just ran around with my fists.
Okay, you're one of the only people I know of that's done it then.
Yeah.
I've seen
Jacob's
people,
done the same thing. He went straight to the Fighters Guild and then just bullied people. That's the whole. He goes, yeah, I've just leveled up as best I can.
I've seen people like do it online with speed run, well not speed runs, but like, hey, how quickly can we get it so that we can one punch this particular person? And it's, you know, they'll stack all different magical effects and everything to buff unarmed damage. But it's never just, hey, we're going to play the game as normal, just without weapons.
Yeah, I mean, it's still weapons, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
And also, like, a lot of games, I like the Dragon Age games, a lot of RPG games. It's rare that my first playthrough would be a magic build. Usually I'll go for some sort
I don't
of...
think I've actually properly done a magic build in Skyrim ever.
I've
done
tried.
parts and just like
The college just pisses me off.
there's a lot of parts.
The college pisses me
Yeah.
off. Like, I hate doing all that. Like, yeah, you get cool books and stuff, and it's fun when you mod it because you can just like fly around as Darth Sidious. But I mean, like, it's not.
The game is way too, not even optimized, it's way too heavy leaning on, you play a melee character, you're going to have a better time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they very much have like, hey, you can do everything you want, but there's really only a couple of really fun play styles that we put a lot of stuff in
Yes.
for.
You get a
There
sword
are-
and you get a staff and you just run around, and that's I like using the fireball staff. That's good. I'm not. I mean, I
The biggest
have done
problem is
few
that a lot of,
playthroughs.
like, all the magic stuff tends to be, hey, it's best when it's at range. And all your enemies run too fast and get way up in your face too fast for you to make good use of, hey, I've got all these big blow-up spells.
All right, I think we should jump onto something else because we've got
Fair
a few
enough.
other things to talk about, and I don't want to have another episode where we don't talk about our shit. Going off of our last topic about MGS4, another thing Metal Gear related is that Ubisoft has just announced that they've got a new operator in Rainbow Six Siege, and it is Solid Snake.
That's cool.
yeah, it's
David Hayter
Interesting.
reprising his role as Snake.
yeah, it should be interesting. I've seen a few of the gameplay mechanics that they're introducing for Solid Snake. I just don't know how it's going to work in Rainbow, being like having to collect your throwables and
Yeah.
different things
'Cause-
midway through a round.
Because you are a big Siege player, aren't you?
Not anymore. They killed the game. So, hopefully, with this new, I think that I don't know what they're calling it now. The third version, I think they're redoing ranked gameplay. They're redoing a different few of the mechanics. They're redoing just how it all works. They're trying to bring everyone back, but all the commentary I've seen online about the new Rainbow Six season is going to be. It's crazy what happens when they finally listen to fans after like 4 years of ignoring them.
Yeah.
And everything they want, they're brought in.
I want to show you one part of this trailer. I won't show you the whole thing. I'm here. But they got David Hayter, his goated voice of Snake, right here. So they got Sam Fisher and they dapper each other up.
Okay.
The two goats finally together. Back in the day, I will say, a lot of franchises have always been at each other's throats and like playful jabs, like Call of Duty and Battlefield and things like that. Metal Gear and Splinter Cell have always had a very teasing rivalry, but never been that bad. But always in Metal Gear, they reference Sam Fisher in like a positive way, and they've done that vice versa in like, I remember there was a video that came out when Ghost Recon Wildlands came out and they had the Sam Fisher DLC and they were talking about like, oh, you should get the guy with the bandana to do this instead of me, I'm too old. And he's like, oh, he's retired. It's like, oh, really? Damn, he was cool, or something like that. Blah, blah, blah. They've always had like a rivalry, but like a very close one. Kojima was a fan of Splinter Cell, and now finally coming together. This is my Smash Bros Ultimate.
yeah.
This is your Avengers Endgame.
This is my end game. Not that I was a massive Splinter Cell fan, but it was really cool to
Sam
see
Fisher's
this.
just a cool character.
He is.
Like both of these as well. Like for my childhood, I've got PlayStation on one side, Xbox on the other.
Yeah.
Like those two were not the mascots, but like they
I
were
know what you
definitely
mean.
when I went and looked at the games of like, hey, what games can I play on my Xbox? Oh, I've got all the Splinter Cell, I've got this, I've got
Yep.
Halo, blah, blah, blah. And then I'd look over at the PlayStation side and it was always like, oh, there's that Metal Gear Solid thing. Yeah, I don't want to buy a PlayStation just for that one game though. Like, it was always like it was the
Pseudo mascot sort of thing.
Yes, yeah, it was the one that stood out.
I saw
to me.
someone talking about this with Metal Gear the other day, saying, "Yeah, I always associated Metal Gear with PlayStation." There was heaps of people in the comments saying like, "They were on like every console." It's like, no, Snake was PlayStation. MGS1 was only on PlayStation. MGS2 was on Xbox. It was on a few other things. I had Twin Snakes on GameCube, and then eventually had MGS3 on multiple other consoles. MGS4 was only on PS3, but there was a lot of Metal Gear games on other consoles. But it was Snake was PlayStation. It always was.
Yeah, biggest reason was that Kojima worked at Sony, didn't he?
No, he didn't. He worked at Konami.
Why did I think he worked at Sony?
No, he didn't work at Sony.
He now works at Sony, doesn't he?
No, he, buddy, Kojima Productions is, I think, like a Sony affiliate sort of company. Death Stranding comes out on PC now and it's on PlayStation. But this is just like going back 20 years. I wouldn't have expected to see Sam Fisher and Solid Snake in the same.
Such a weird crossover.
It is. I don't think so.
Oh no, like just like
you keep saying I don't think so. In Siege maybe, but
for Siege, yes,
them
that's what I'm
together,
talking about.
so.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be excited to see what happens. The gameplay, I just don't think is going to suit it, but he's got a very cool pistol.
Yeah, the SOCOM is goated.
Yeah.
SOCOM is one of the legendary weapons in gaming.
I would like to see the kind of voice interactions they have.
Do you know, like,
mid-round.
You probably do because you know everything about the Metal Gear series.
Mm.
Do you know the stated reason why they had the SOCOM pistol in Metal Gear?
There was a reason. I forgot what it was.
It's because it's
blocky because
it's
it was
a blocky
it was
pistol. It's easy to render. Yeah.
It's easy to render. I did know that. Yeah.
That's
it wasn't because of like the performance of the real world weapon or anything. It was just that it was very easy for them to render it, and it looked cool and futuristic in its blocky form.
The SOCOM is really iconic with Metal Gear, but it also wasn't really in. It was in Metal Gear Solid 1. It was in. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, you used it in MGS2. I'm fairly certain it was the SOCOM, but it wasn't in 3. It wasn't in 4. I think you can get it eventually in 5. It was one of those things that became iconic, but because of like a single game, really.
Yeah.
Either way, it's goated. All right. Well, getting off that, there's a couple other things I want to talk about. We'll talk about things quickly. I quickly wanted to talk about SSD prices. So we all know the meme of the Grim Reaper going down the hallway with like knocking on all the doors.
Into each door.
Yeah. So first we had GPUs. The Grim Reaper. What's a sound effect for that?
The screaming R2D2.
No. Grim Reaper GPUs. Killed him. Grim Reaper RAM. Killed him. Grim Reaper SSDs. Killed him. So SSD prices have freaking skyrocketed. I today went through and looked at some prices comparison. This is for an external SSD. It's the same with internal ones as well, but 4 terabyte Samsung T7 Shield. You go back about, I don't know, I think it was about 12 months to 18 months, about $650. Now $1,000.
That's $400 price hike.
Yes.
For something that hasn't changed in.
They went up a couple $100, and then as of like a week or two ago, they've gone up another 200. They went to 800, and then they went up even further. It's getting like to build a PC now. It's ridiculous price.
Yep.
Like incredibly ridiculous price. Like, what do you do?
You don't.
Another thing, I went through today and I saw some prices of some computers going up.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
I saw like, I wouldn't be caught dead buying an Alienware gaming laptop, but Alienware gaming laptop going up from $8,500 to $10,500, $2,000 increase, or it was already overpriced to start with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's so many. I was like, it's ridiculous. Stuff's going through the roof. At what point does it give? I saw an article saying that Western Digital does not have any more stock for non-AI companies. They are completely sold out.
Which that's a disgrace, honestly.
Yeah.
They're paying the most.
They are, but
unfortunately-
it's the big fad at the moment is AI, and it's also like it's annoying because they're cramming it into everything. Like Microsoft is getting really, I mean, this is old news, but they were getting so annoyed at everyone for calling them microslop for cramming AI into everything that people were not just not asking for, were actively asking not to do. Do not put AI into this. Do not do this thing. And
Yeah,
then
well,
they're
look at this
crowbarring it
article.
in.
Western Digital has no more hard drives capacity. No, Western Digital has no more hard drive capacity left. As CEO reveals massive AI deals. Brace yourself for price surges ahead. This is for hard drives, not even SSDs. So Western Digital, a massive company, is completely out. Like,
That's cooked. That's
what are you going to do?
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to watch those prices and just see how much
Yeah.
they go up.
I'm-
Because they're just existing stock that gets absolutely skyrocket.
I wanted to buy another external SSD recently because I just needed one. I'm so lucky I've got a stack of like 4 or 5 Samsung T7s. I've got like a few 1 and 2 terabytes. I think I've got like some 500 gigabyte ones when they used to do that and a couple of 4 terabytes.
Yeah, you've managed to stock up because
I can
of
get
your
rid of
photography. Yeah.
Yeah, I can get rid of some of that like stuff on there. It's not that important. Just nice to have as cold storage. I'm so lucky that I've got that. Like if you want to go out and buy these drives that used to still cost a bit, but they were worth it, it's ridiculous. What, 1 terabyte for like $400?
Yeah, that's a disgrace.
I think
honestly.
$379 for a 1 terabyte Samsung T7. I think it was $379, or maybe that was a 2 terabyte. I don't know. It's through the roof crazy.
Stock up, I think, of internal SSDs are also like disappearing. Like I was
Oh
looking for
no,
a-
this is everything.
Yeah.
They all use the same thing, just different chassis and caddies and things like that. But what do you do? All right. Well, is anything else you guys want to say on that depressing note to do with that?
On that one, I was looking at hard drives the other night, and yeah, it was the same thing. where it
You
was
will
just-
want to jump on them soon.
Yeah,
That's another thing is that NAS drives are going to be really hard now. If you want to have any type of like Plexi server or anything like that and big drives, like what are you going to do?
I had a customer the other day looking for one of the 10 terabyte, I think it was one of the Seagate ones to have at home. He goes, we've got a bunch of hard drives. We just want to consolidate everything, put it all together. I was like, all right, sounds good. He's like, do you have this in stock? And I was like, no, it's gone everywhere. No one's got it. Oh, what about this one? No, don't have that either. Oh, what about this brand? Just because it's a 12? No, don't have that either. Do you have anything? Not really, actually. He goes, what are we going to do? I was like, check Amazon maybe, but I don't think you'll be paying any cheaper. He was like, oh, I guess we're just going to wait a bit then. I was like, yeah, there's nothing available anywhere.
back when like this was before solid state drives were easily obtainable. Well, they aren't now, sorry. But back when they were like, available at pretty much every single store. Back when hard drives were still like, hey, these are perfectly good for gaming. Easiest thing to do if you needed one quickly and fast and usually cheaper was you just go out and buy a external drive
And you
just
rip it
chuck
apart.
the chassis.
We had a manager at work who, when he has like a media server, and he used to
Used to do that
he
as
used
well.
to just go buy like the
You can't
the
do it with
Seagate
a lot of
drives
them anymore.
and rip them open and get like the fire cooter out of it or whatever it had in it.
Yeah, you can't do it with some of them anymore because they've changed the actual.
Yeah, because I knew people would do it.
Well, yes, but they're no longer just a straight up SATA connection. They're some proprietary crap that doesn't work with the internals.
GPUs soared in price, RAM soared in price, SSD soared in price. What do you think is the next component that's going to go through the roof? Do you think it's going to be CPUs? CPUs have already gone up a little bit, I think.
Yeah,
a while.
their CPUs are usually like new CPUs are usually fairly good at holding steady. But yeah, I reckon CPUs are going to be the next thing to
CPUs, or there's going to be some other thing. I don't know. Like, what other big components are there? Maybe power supplies, possibly. That's probably proprietary stuff I have. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's stuff like
OLED panels.
I think they're really not easy to make. I think they're easy enough to make.
They're very easy to recycle.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like high-speed USB-C cables or something. I don't know. Like something.
Yeah. It'll be something that makes this hobby a fuck around for the next 10 years or so.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. You've got 15 half-built computers at your place.
Yeah,
so
you'll be
you'll
able to
alright.
Frankenstein one.
Excuse me, I only have 3 half built. I have
How many built, including emulation machines?
No, don't give him a chance to
There's a
answer.
big number there.
All right.
At least
All right.
20.
Brock, did you play a new game this week?
Yes.
I did. I played Romeo is a Dead Man, the new Suda51 game. It's a definite game.
What do you do in this game? Because I had a quick look at like the Steam page for it, and I was like, I don't know what's going on.
It's
and
a
it doesn't
Suda 51 game.
I've sunk about 10 hours in, or probably not 10, maybe 8 hours into it. I'll be honest, I still don't completely know what's going on. It is very, very odd, this game, which is normal for Suda51 games.
Yes.
What other games have they made? Because I have no.
So
no
no-
Suda
frame of
51's a guy.
Oh,
No More Heroes.
No More
he
Heroes,
did
Killer 7, Let It Die.
Yes.
Oh fuck! There's a few No More Heroes games like Travis Strikes Back or whatever it was. Like weird Japanese games. Been making them since probably like about the GameCube, PlayStation era.
yeah, right.
Had a couple before that. Had a couple like early PS2 era, like very early PS2.
Isn't
era.
that the same era as the GameCube?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Sorry,
PlayStation
I'm
was
thinking of
2000. It came out in 99 in Japan.
Yep. Anyway.
I'm gonna say I've got American Wasteland on the GameCube. I think it is, or Underground.
Yeah.
It's one of those games where I'm struggling with it because
You're old.
because the control scheme is odd. The keyboard and mouse, fucking horrible.
I still playing on PC.
Yes, I'm playing on PC. I've spent the last couple of hours I've sunk into it. I've done all on controller. I had a much better time. Camera control with that. There's no lock on, which for a game where it's mainly hack and slash against enemies that are moving quickly, bit of annoying. Like, it's annoying that they don't have a lock on.
Yeah.
I kind of understand why they don't, because there is a lot of like you can switch between melee and ranged on the fly. I get why there's no lock on. It's annoying that if you are not going to have lock on that you don't have a smooth camera control.
Yeah.
It's
How much did you pay for it?
$60, isn't it?
It was about that. Yeah, I got it. They had like
It's not full price.
Yeah.
it had a launch special. I got it like right on launch. But anyway, I am liking it. I'm liking the story. I'm liking the content. There's just bits in it where I'm like, why do they do it that way? I don't get it. It's got the same problem I found that solo leveling had with the game for solo leveling, where you have all these really cool looking environments. You're running around doing all this stuff, but they feel like they should have been used for something else, or they feel like, hey, these are all going to be recycled very soon, and we just like cut them up and rearrange them differently. That's my feeling so far with the level design. I've only just beaten the second boss because I was having a lot of trouble with it because of the control scheme. I also don't like the fact that all of the mini game controls, I'll call them, to do any of the little side stuff, like, hey, you can grow these enemies to, like, you pick up seeds from fallen enemies. You can then grow them to be like little guys that you can drop and they'll assist you. In order to grow them, you drop them in a thing, they grow up, you pick them. To pick them, you have to, it's a animation for every single individual one. You got to hold the button to pull it up. It's not just, hey, I've got a full crop of all of them, just pick them all at once. There's a lot of little stuff like that where it's like, this could have been a lot more convenient. This could have been a lot faster.
You think he's doing it to kind of show his attention to detail?
I have a feeling it's one of those things where it's like, this was a really cool design thing like 10 years ago.
But not anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Every single, a cool little thing, and this is very much a Suda thing. Every different part of the game, whether it be, hey, you're growing these guys, or oh, you're driving the spaceship between different levels, or oh, you're doing this part in just the hack and slash, or oh, you're powering up stuff. Every single thing is its own little mini game. It's never just a, hey, just tally up the numbers. There are one or two things to do that, but pretty much everything else is like, No, you want to get power-ups? Cool. You got to drive a little thing through a maze and collect the power-ups, similar to like a Pac-Man style maze thing. It's a cool little mini game, and it gives you a reason to like, hey, I can only drive so far. I need to get more stuff to drive further and to get more power-ups. So you're constantly going back and forth between areas and building up stuff. You're always doing something. There's very little downtime. I'm really liking it. There's just that weird niggle there where I'm like, hey, something is... There's that
Close one.
That weird feeling where it's like something there is stopping me from completely enjoying this, getting 100% like immersed into the game. Part of that was the tutorial.
Okay.
It throws so much at you in terms of like controls. Well, the controls were awful, but they were easy enough to understand. But the story it was throwing at you at the same time, it went breakneck pace. It was like, hey, you're this guy. He knows this girl. She's dead, except she isn't. Maybe. We don't know. He's your grandpa because you just died. By the way, he's also dead now. And oh, you got picked up by a spaceship. And like
that game sounds infuriating, and I don't want to play it. That you selling me on it has not done that at all, and I don't want to play it anymore.
That's fair.
I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Honestly, that cutscene thing, the trailer we watched the other day at work, that's the one from the game. That is what explains to you what's happening in the first 5 minutes.
I don't remember the conversation.
It's very odd. I've just gotten to the point now where like, hey, I've beaten the second boss. Just let me finish, please. I've beaten the second boss. It's now gone back. And like, okay, you've beaten the second boss. We're now going to start explaining stuff.
All right.
That was a good episode for...
No, we still got something to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
That's there was one more thing I wanted to talk about today. Didn't mean that. So I saw an article, I think it was yesterday, saying that the Switch 2 is the fastest selling console of all time. I do not doubt it, but personally, it doesn't really feel like it has been.
Yeah.
I know one person who has a Switch 2.
No, you know two people.
I know two people?
Yes, you do. One of them is currently our newer roommate.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I don't think the Switch 2 is bad.
No.
I've got no problems with the Switch 2. I can't see it being the fastest selling console of all time. Apparently it is, and I'm not really
numbers don't lie, but it doesn't
feel
give that
like
feeling.
it.
But like when the PS5 came out, there was a literal worldwide shortage like almost immediately because there weren't enough stock because they sold them so quick.
Is that the type of thing that Nintendo just happened to have the stock ready? So I don't know what the time frame is for fastest selling. It could be the first month. And Nintendo might have just had way more stock than what Sony did, and they've sold it all.
I don't know.
As someone, this is directed at you, Brock, but
Yep.
I mean, we can also comment on this because we've also been there. How many people do you have asking you for a Nintendo Switch 2 opposed to a PlayStation in its heyday? Is it the same percentage or?
No, but I think there's different context to it.
Well,
Because it was known that the PlayStation was in short supply. So I had a lot of people, not even just saying, hey, walking and wanted to buy one, just people calling up and saying, do you have them in stock? Versus the Switch 2, which our shipment we got when it launched, we sold through that very, very quickly.
How big was the shipment though?
We didn't get many. We got I think we got like 40 units or something.
In a normal week, without going into too much detail, what do you get asked about more? PS5 or a Switch 2?
Usually the PlayStation.
yeah, and like even now,
I mean, just looking back at the last couple of weeks, I've got asked about... I've sold more Switches than I have PlayStations, but I've definitely been asked about the PlayStation more than the Switch.
yeah,
Most people walk in knowing what they're wanting to buy. They've already looked at stuff. They've gone, I had the Switch 1, I want the Switch 2. Or, oh, my kid wants the Switch 2. They walk in wanting and knowing they're walking out with a Switch 2. I'm getting asked more about the PlayStation.
Is that because there's multiple versions of the PlayStation?
Part of it is, yeah.
Well, the other thing is like when I was working in retail at launch of both of these. at a shop that sold these, and I feel like there was so much more demand for the PlayStation 5 opposed to the Switch coming out. Even though the Switch is the fastest selling console of all time, apparently, the PlayStation, it just never really died off till like 3.5, 4 years into it being out. People asking about it almost daily.
Yeah.
I in that time period, like just I don't know. Let's say how far are we into the Switch being a thing now?
It came out in September, so it's.
Was it September?
Yes.
No, I feel like it was way earlier than that.
No. It probably would have been. It would have been September. Surely it's around that time. It's definitely not in the middle.
I
of the
feel
year.
like it was early. I could be wrong. Yeah,
Yep.
It came out June 5th. I was like, what the fuck? Because I remember what our set was like in September.
Double check that. That's AI, and it's saying it's scheduled for release.
Oh, well, there might be a Switch 2 too.
The Wikipedia also said June 5th.
When the fuck did the Switch 2 come out? Surely.
Surely this can't be this difficult.
Click
Hang
right
on,
there
Let's
on
do
the
this
hang
one.
on,
Let's
hang
do
on,
this one.
hang
Fucking
on.
hell.
I have an idea. Don't worry.
I don't think it's
Wikipedia.
again
Hang on.
June 5th. Shut up, slow shutter.
Yeah, that's before it came out. I go back.
Hang on. I know a definitive way to test this that I can't talk about.
Yes. He
And I'm
can
doing
have
it
a look
right
right
now.
now. And I
Shut your mouth, Brock.
Is it looking at our previous
Shut up.
episodes?
No, it is.
I don't give a fuck about it. No.
You can't use this, man.
Shut up. Click on the.
I'm telling you
Wikipedia
right now,
article.
Brock.
Yes.
Wait.
Again, 5th of June. June 5th. Released in most regions on June 5th. They didn't wait months to release it in Australia.
Release date 5th of June 2025.
It was
Okay,
not
I don't know why
September.
I've got September in my head then.
Because of the thing that happened in 2001.
Is that when Pikmin came out? But no.
I don't believe it. I think
Yeah.
it's bullshit. There was literally lines and crowds for the PS5 launch.
Oh, you think the Switch 2 being the fastest
Yeah, I think
selling
that's
console
bullshit.
of all time is bullshit.
Yep. Unless they're basing it on pre-orders or whatever. But I remember ringing my friends on the day they released the PS5 and like the pre-orders for it and having to physically wake them up to be like, EB Games dropped it early. We're all going to go get a PS5.
I was getting hit up from people I know for about 2 years asking
Yeah.
if I could get them a PlayStation. But at the same time, you're not in the Nintendo crowd. You don't have...
No, but even then, like, I had friends who were excited for the Switch 1.
Yeah,
And
the
there
Switch
was,
1 was
like-
exciting, so it was so different at the time.
Yeah,
It was,
But
yes.
like even then, it wasn't like they didn't run out of Switch 1s or Switch 2s. It wasn't like there was like a 2-year wait to get a Switch 2.
Yeah, but that's not the same because there was a lot of demand for the PlayStation when it came out. But it was just because the chips in it were so hard to make as well. It was a lot of demand, but also manufacturing was a struggle.
So when did the PS5, like was the PS5 released during lockdown or was it right before lockdown?
After the first one.
After
it was
the
like
first lockdown.
Well,
Yeah,
at least
so-
Australia-wide.
So
it
we
was
were
like
already having worldwide shortages
I think it was
of silicon.
September,
and everything.
October 2020.
Yeah. We were already having like worldwide shortages of the silicon to make the chips and everything.
Yep.
I have a feeling that's partly why it felt like it was so in hot demand because everyone knew that there was short supply.
Yep.
Nowhere had it because it was selling out the second they got stock.
Mm-hmm.
The Switch 2 came in and like they're still like trying to play catch up in certain areas with the silicon shortage. Like I don't think like we will eventually get over it, but like we're still playing catch up with certain stuff.
It's at the
They
tail
had-
end of that though.
Yes, they had the ability to make more stock and have a bigger buffer there compared to what they had available when Sony was producing the PS5. Again, the numbers aren't going to lie. It could be that people are like saying bullshit, but
Well,
if we look at the actual numbers,
I have an article here from 8 months ago when it became the fastest selling console. It sold 3.5 million units worldwide in its first 4 days, becoming the fastest selling Nintendo hardware ever globally. So whether or not that now competes like a
how
year
many
later,
million? Sorry,
3.5.
3.5.
That's the first 4 days. I don't know. I feel like I've got a fairly wide web of people I know who play games in all different ways, not all just the same. And I only know 2 people that bought it. And you're
Yeah.
one of them. And the other one was Zach. And I don't know. I don't know anyone who even is thinking about maybe getting one or maybe wanting one.
I mean,
I'm not
of
saying
the people we work with, I can name 4 straight away. 2 of them are the ones you named, myself and Zach.
Yeah.
But the person who works opposite me also bought one day one.
Frowny.
And Nick bought one as well.
And Nick, yeah. Still, but I mean, comparatively to,
I'm sure-
for example,
We also work with like 30 people.
I know, and I'm
example,
sure some
well,
others also bought it,
here's-
but they're the ones I can think of.
here's
straight off the top.
contrast. When the PS5 came out, I've said this story before. I worked when their second shipment of PlayStation 5s came out at our work. And this was like only 2 weeks after they came out. We happened to get a lucky one. And there was an announcement to everyone that we worked at saying, hey, we've got some PlayStation 5s. You can buy one. You need to buy it today. We have got some. We're going to give you an opportunity to buy it. I know like 7 people who bought it that day. There was a bunch of people who had got ones from pre-order the weeks before, and a bunch of people bought them afterwards. Like, I know it's a very different demographic, but I know way more people at
Who bought
launch
the
who
PlayStation,
bought
yeah.
the PlayStation, bought the PS5. I think I know more people that bought Xboxes. than
Actually,
the
I didn't
Switch.
even think that. I just realized this last week I've sold more Xboxes than either of the other 2.
Really? Are you selling a lot of Xboxes?
Yeah,
I don't think we have stock of Xboxes.
No, we've got quite a few. It's just that we were selling none for ages, and so we built up.
Is there a reason why people are buying Xboxes now?
I have no idea. There's no big. I mean, other than Fable is the only thing that it's kind of being announced, but it's coming out on everything, not just Xbox.
It's coming on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hectic.
Yeah, well, I mean, Halo's coming. Once Halo got announced coming out on PlayStation, you knew it was over.
Yeah.
Just remember a couple of weeks ago I was saying that all the Sony trailers for Fable have scrubbed all mention of the other consoles off it. It just says it's going to PlayStation.
I don't remember that conversation at all.
But yeah, like everyone's kind of releasing their stuff on other platforms now. There's there's less console exclusivity.
I think people are getting to that point where studios are like, this game's not good enough that people are going to buy our console for it. If we want people to play it and have game sales, we need to start being a lot broader.
I was just about to say, I think one reason why a lot of people haven't bought the Switch 2 that we know, even though it's the fastest selling console of all time, there is still no killer app for it yet.
No.
I bought a Switch 1 because of Breath of the Wild. I know a ton of people who bought that for Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
And I'm still happy.
A huge amount of people bought it for Animal Crossing.
Yeah, a lot of people
Jimmy
do.
bought it for Breath of the Wild, I'm pretty sure, and don't think he's owned a Nintendo console before that.
I was happy. I basically only played like 3 games on my original Switch. It was Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Odyssey.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got it. I got a couple games. I don't think I really played them much. Those 3 games, I was happy with my console purchase. They were that good, and I really enjoyed them. But they needed to be really good games, and there still isn't something like that on the Switch.
To my mind at the moment,
Knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, to my knowledge, is the only. Well, to my mind as well, because I'm thinking of all the other stuff.
Yep, you're overthinking it now. Continue with your story.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is the only thing only game I can think of right now that people were coming in buying a Switch 2 just for that game, because everything else was releasing on the Switch
But the problem,
OG as well.
There was only 2 games at that point. It was that and Mario Kart.
There were other ones, but they were the only Mario. So they were the only Nintendo front-facing
Yes,
titles.
I know Donkey Kong Bonanza is really good.
Yes.
And it was developed by the same people who did Odyssey, from my knowledge, but it still didn't have that hook. And even Odyssey didn't have the same.
They were releasing other stuff where they're like, hey, here's a content upgrade pack for Tears of the Kingdom.
But you're not going to buy the console.
No, you were not buying a console just for
the
that.
other games they're also putting on it. Hey, look, we're bringing Cyberpunk to it. There's Skyrim. We're doing The Witcher 3. It's like people played these games 10 years ago when they came out, other than obviously Cyberpunk. But it's just games that should have already been released on it. I know the Switch is a hard console to get stuff on, but there's no new original games that are worth people spending the money on.
There's no killer app that really sinks your teeth in yet. And they need to develop something like a Breath of the Wild. Something that has got
need a new
endless
IP.
replayability and it's got so much to hook you in.
It definitely wasn't Metroid Prime 4.
No, well, I heard a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people liked it. But it was a little bit of a fart in the
liked-
wind.
yeah,
like,
I
I haven't
liked
heard
it.
anything about it in ages.
I'm saying this as someone who liked it. It should have been better. If they wanted that to sell consoles, it should have been better.
They just need to create a brand new IP and try something different, because it's just each year, oh, there's a new Zelda game, there's a new Mario game, there's a new Pokemon and Animal Crossing, something or other. It's been the same thing for the last 15 to 20 years.
Yeah.
They need a new IP, or they need to buy a new IP and bring it to Switch and make a good
Oh,
game.
Well,
Nintendo
for it.
no,
would
I think they
buy an
need to
IP.
mix. Like, if they don't want to get a new IP, they need to do a Jack and Daxter. They need to mix one of their existing
Well,
IPs up.
They need to do
did
another
with
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah,
That was such a good thing for them.
they kind of barely have with Pokemon ZA.
No,
It's
but
not
it just-
enough.
It was
They need to
nowhere
do
near
more,
polished
but
enough and
no.
good enough. Like,
they should have done that a better job with Arceus, like the Legends game originally, if they wanted to try and take it in a different direction.
Legends Arceus had potential for that stuff if it was more polished and had a bit more to it. Still a great game, don't get me wrong. But if it was a bit more in depth and had just a little bit more to it,
Well, no, sustenance.
substance.
That's the one.
Yeah. That's what I think would have really helped with it. But I don't know, Nintendo, they're so good at creativity and thinking of different things. They really need to get that for the Switch 2. Like, I would buy a Switch 2 if I was very confident in its battery life for a lot of those things that I would like to play mobile.
Yep.
Like, Cyberpunk would be nice to play mobile and have. I would prefer it on something that was a bit more pocketable. That's a downside of the Switch 2, is that it's very big and it's nice to sit in bed and play, but it's not super portable.
I think
Unless you got a big
there's a
work bag and you're on a
yeah.
train
there's a
or
cutoff
something.
point though where you have to sacrifice performance with newer games. Like, you guys have the Thor. It is pocketable, but it's not going to run.
Play Switch 1 games.
It can play Switch 1 games. It can't
Yeah.
play Switch 2 games.
Yeah, what? A Donkey Kong and the other one? I'll just play all the other Donkey Kongs.
I mean, I'm sure someone has gotten them working on there, but
Yeah, but
without
then-
a whole load of screwing around to have like,
Well, you give it in one iteration. So the chip it's got in there is a Snapdragon Elite, or a Snapdragon 8 or something. I forget what it is, but the newer Odin from AYN has got I think it's the Snapdragon Elite X or something like that, which is a much more powerful CPU, which probably could handle Switch 2 games. You give some time, that will come into a
is
Thor.
it the same shape?
No,
No,
the
it's the-
Odin's the PSP one.
Oh,
But the specs from the Odin 2 is what went into the Thor.
okay.
So I reckon you give it time, that will happen. But then I think as well, if they... Again, I don't want to like harp on about this thing again, but with this new Apple folding phone, if they do like a hybrid phone iPad type of deal, and they have your games like your Assassin's Creed and your Resident Evils that they've put onto the App Store, and if it's got even like a M1 in it, like on that screen, that would be a killer portable device.
It would be.
Because it's just screen, something you can put in your pocket, and you just have something like an M-Con and you'd be able to use it.
And you can run it all day and not have to worry about the battery dying.
Yeah, and even if you did, you could get something like just a little power bank, like a 5,000 milliamp one, chuck it on there and you're going to charge it up.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many possibilities, I think, with mobile gaming, but they need to have more powerful processors and developed for it.
When was the last time you played your OG Switch?
Ages ago, I plugged it in maybe about 4 months ago to try and see if Lizard wanted to get into Zelda. I more pushed it on her, if anything. I was like, hey, I think you would like this. She just didn't get into it. I
Yeah.
got her on Tears of the Kingdom. And you know what? I made the wrong decision. I should have done Breath of the Wild, because the Tears of the Kingdom intro stuff is too long and tedious
You're right.
for a lot of people, especially if you're not really wanting to jump on and had no idea. And I was like, yeah, you like this. That was the last time I played. And when I played it, it felt really sluggish. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, this really feels slow. I was very surprised, honestly. I feel like if I want to go back and play Tears of the Kingdom, I want to honestly probably emulate it.
Yeah. See, I love Tears of the Kingdom. Between it and Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom is definitely, like, I prefer it.
Yep, same.
But for someone coming into or
Breath of the Wild.
revisiting the series, I should say, if they've only played like the older Zelda games,
No, she hasn't played anything.
newcomers and people coming back to it, yeah, start with Breath of the Wild for sure. Because it very much is a hey, here you are, you've woken up. Here's the world. Go play. That's it. That's the intro.
Well, besides, like I said, those 3 games earlier, which is Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Odyssey, there was no real other reason for me to play my Switch. There's a couple other good games.
Switch Sports, Minecraft, and I think Shining, Brilliant Diamond were the only other things I played on it. And the last time I played it consistently was 2023.
Yeah,
Early
same. The last
2023.
time I probably bought a game and like besides Tears of the Kingdom was Pearl.
It's the same problem the Wii had, where it's the family console that like, hey, the family can sit down and play together for like any game they want to pick up. There's no real like, hey, you need to be at least this skilled to play these games. Like it's very easy for, hey, mum and dad can play with the kids and no one has to worry about there being a unfair advantage too much.
I feel like I don't agree as much with the Switch with that. I don't feel like it was definitely very popular with children, especially with like the Switch Lite and things like that.
Because the games on it were very...
They were way more just actual games opposed to the Wii, which had a lot of not bad shovelware, but shovelware and then a lot of party games and things like that, which made it way more approachable for families to play.
Which the Switch has as well. But its problem is that all of those shovelware games are now... well, not all of them, majority of them are now going into the eShop rather than littering the actual store shelves. There is a lot of shovelware on the store shelves.
But I mean, there's just no, when you think of the Wii, you think of Wii Sports, like Wii Sports Resort. They had, what was it, Wii Play, like all those little mini games. That was like an Nintendo one. There was like Wii Music. There was a ton of little games and then like the Mario Karts, which were easy for everyone to pick up and play quick. And I feel like the Switch didn't really have that.
The original Switch is having the same, what I was going to say is the original Switch is having the same problem that the Wii had, where everyone owned a Wii, but they owned it in conjunction with another console. The Switch is the same thing, it feels like. Everyone has a Switch, or at least a lot of people have it.
Unless it's like small children, but I agree.
But they have it in conjunction with another console.
It's a secondary one.
The Switch 2 is having the same problem that the Wii U had, where everyone's looking at it and Nintendo didn't explain it well enough that, hey, this is not just an upgrade to your existing console. This is a whole new console. And they, as you were saying, they don't have the games behind it to really flesh it out and fill store shelves going, look at the new console, this separate console.
They're trying to sell on the potential for what this console can do. It's like, that's great. People need games now, or you won't have a console to make games for in 2 years.
The Switch sold despite only being, hey, this only runs stuff at 60 frames or whatever, if that. It runs everything at 720p or 1080p on a big 4K monitor. It's never going to go beyond that. It's sold really well despite those limitations because of the games. The Switch 2 can, hey, we can do 4K. We can do 120 frames a second. We can do all this, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have the same games there. It's relying on the games from the previous console to try and sell itself. And it's like, it's cool. I can play all these games now in 120 frames a second. I can play them all in 4K if they support that with an upgrade. What's new though? What else have you got?
I kind of disagree with the Wii U analogy because the Wii U, the problem was the naming of it. There's the Wii U, not Wii 2 or something like that. Switch 2 is still distinct. It is the new iteration of the Switch. Also, looking at the Switch 2 being the fastest selling console of all time, sort of disregards that Wii U. Because apparently the Switch 2 has already sold more than what the Wii U did.
Yes.
In its entire lifetime.
Yeah, I didn't hear about the Wii U till like no one I knew had heard about it or used it or played it other than after it had already died.
I barely even saw them. Like, I think I've seen more Mega Drive, Sega Genesis in my life as someone who was born in 1998 than I did a Wii U.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, even on store shelves, I just didn't see them.
Other than me, do either of you know anyone else who bought the Wii U?
No. I don't know anyone.
Okay.
I know people
because the fad died with the Wii for that period of time. It was like, this is the new cool thing. We can all get it as a family. Then Nintendo did nothing. Like, the Wii U wasn't a family console. You couldn't get it and just play it on. You could still connect 4 controllers to a PS2. The Wii U just kind of got swept under the rug real quick.
Well, there was no reason to buy it.
No.
I was like, what game? like its killer app was going to be Breath of the Wild, and then it ended up being on the Switch as well, and it worked.
I mean,
terribly
the other
on the Wii
thing,
U.
it was the same problem. Like, it had the same problem the Switch 2 had, where, hey, we're advertising all games that were available on the Wii that you can now play on the Wii U.
Yeah,
Because it was backwards
exactly.
compatible with all the Wii games and the controllers. You could use all the nunchucks and everything. You could use them with the Wii U.
It was just a misstep, and I'm glad Nintendo made the Wii U because it was something different, and that's what they're good at. It's just doing something in different.
Oh, and
like
the games
different.
on it were really cool. It's just no one bought it.
Yeah, and I think with the Switch 2, Nintendo really need to focus on the software because they've always been, well, not always, but since post GameCube, they've been, okay, we're going to do good, fun games and try and have something a bit different, and we're not going to focus on power and performance anymore.
Yes.
Because they just gave up on it, and it was a really good idea. That's why the Wii went so good. The Wii U was just a misstep. The Switch went really good because it was a cool new idea and concept, and it was still a good machine.
Super affordable as well.
The Switch too. The Switch.
The Switch.
I don't think it was super affordable
Compared to what else was available at the time.
I don't think it was.
It was
I wouldn't.
it was $100 to $150 cheaper than the competition.
Yeah, I don't think that means it's super affordable. I think they just all were expensive.
But if you're a parent shopping for Christmas and you, I know what Mario is, I know what Pokemon is.
If little Johnny's
that's-
got a PS1, 2, and 3, I'm not going to be like, let's buy him a Switch 3 instead of a PS4. I'm buying the PS4. No one cares about the extra $150.
You'd be surprised.
But the Switch was different, and it had its own thing, and it was, it was a portable, it was touchscreen, and it had its own. You could dock it. You had all the Joy-Cons, so it was a bit of everything. The Switch 2 is just that, but bigger and better. But where is the thing that draws you in to buy the Nintendo console? The fun games.
It's not the prices of the games anymore either.
Yeah, or Nintendo games have always been somewhat exy, and they've always gone down, and they always have. I mean, you go back to the SNES, and they're $120 US, some of them, when they came out.
Yeah.
But where they need, I don't know why they didn't focus on the software. Bring in like even just 3 or 4 games at launch and focus on that, because at the moment there's no real reason for me to want to buy a Switch 2.
I'm sure Donkey Kong's great. I don't care enough to buy a console.
Not enough to buy a console. Yeah. Breath of the Wild was. It was good enough that I bought a console and one game. I haven't done that in years.
Yeah.
But at the moment, and there's nothing on the horizon. There's some cool games that if I had one, I might buy, but nothing that makes me want to buy it, like the Zelda game, and then like that Pokemon Park one, and a couple little things.
Pokemon Pokepedia
or whatever it is, like little things with like me.
Yeah,
But there's just nothing yet, and I love Nintendo, and I'm really hoping they got some cool stuff coming up. But it's the first console that I feel like, well, not first, but it's like it is giving a little bit of Wii U vibes to me, that they don't have but it's more hardware wise, because I mean, like the Wii Wii Sports enough. If I went back in time, let's say the Wii was $300 right now, or $400 or whatever, Wii Sports almost is enough to warrant that.
And then like 3 years later or 2 years later, like, by the way, here's Wii Sports Resort. Here's another 25 sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Yeah. I mean, I still want to play Wii Sports now. It came out 20 years ago. Or no, or 19. Was it? I think it's 2007 the Wii came out.
Yep.
But 19 years ago. That game is like super fun and great still.
And most of the consoles, I'm pretty sure it shipped with the Wii.
No, it did.
Yeah.
That was thanks to Reggie Fils-Aimé. He was very adamant, no, we need to put Wii Sports with the Wii to sell it. And Nintendo of Japan was super against it. I saw this in a Did You Know gaming video recently, and he won that argument, and it was the reason the Wii went so well.
Yeah.
Is it was packed with a great game, which was Wii Sports.
Which really showed off what the hardware was capable of as well. Not just, hey, look how, like, the console's not powerful. It showed off the tech of, hey, look what the controller can do, which was
it showed off how easy it was to get mum and dad up, get grandma or grandpa up to play. My grandparents are not gamers. They played Wii Sports with me. My granddad played the golf in Wii Sports with me, and he loved it.
How many of the ads do you remember where it showed like the whole family there sitting on the couch?
We would like to play.
And like, hey, get grandma in there, get grandpa in there. I'm pretty sure one of the ads even had the dog holding the nunchuck in the mouth or something like that.
My favorite ones were the spoof ads where it'd be like a old lady on a balance board and fall over, and then someone would throw a remote into the TV and just all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, we've been going for a long time.
Yes, we have.
I think we need to wrap it up.
We're back to 2-hour episodes.
Need to wrap it up just like the Olympians in the village.
Yeah.
And with that, Brock, is there something you'd like to say?
We will save it there.
All right. See you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.